Force 13 week returns, day 4 of 7, celebrating 10 years of Force 13. And I've done it again, and I'm not there again. Here we are, back in the studio. My name is Nathan Foy, and this is Force 13 Live special, once again, for another 3 hours, talking about more fun things to do with Force 13 over its 10-year history. Now, things have been a little bit of a mess in preparing for today's show. So, we couldn't raise any of the people who are supposed to be on the Super Cyclone Challenge this week who haven't played yet, so we don't have a Super Cyclone Challenge tonight. Not my fault, I have the questions ready, but it's not happening. We're still waiting for the 2021 Team Hypo that was promised to us yesterday, and that's not coming today either. So that means we'll have loads of time tonight to spend chatting to each other and maybe making fools out of ourselves and others, and maybe doing a little bit of, I don't know, maybe some recreational stuff like letting them play games or something. I don't know, we'll just see who turns up and what the viewers want. But what we are definitely doing tonight is more monthly summaries. That's at past. We'll be talking about August and probably September, the business end of the season that we've just witnessed. The team interviews part 3, that's at 11:30 UTC, 90 minutes from now. And then at midnight UTC, which is 2 hours from now, we have a whole hour of Guess the Storm, which I know is a fan favourite, and some people have already been asking when it's going to be tonight. And then at the end of our show at 1 o'clock UTC, we have the premiere of the 1976 Pacific Hurricane season, which I think was animated by Ethan. Ethan?
Yes.
There he is. You want to?
What was the question?
You didn't hear me?
No. What was the question?
I was just saying that the 1976 Pacific Hurricane season is premiering tonight.
I think it is, and that was animated by me, and it was last night actually.
It premiered last night, yeah.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh dear, that's one for the blooper reel.
Why did it do... It's on my schedule sheet for tonight. Okay. Well, there you go.
I must have messed up times.
At 1 a.m. UTC, we have nothing to look forward to. All right, then. Tonight, I'm joined by Josh, Army, Black Belt, Samuel, and Ethan. Hello.
I mean, if I somehow If I somehow magically get this animation done, we might be able to premiere this tonight if you want.
Oh, I could just. You want me to
I'm not having you rush.
We do have a completed.
I do have like my animation, but
No, we're not. We've got to give people a lead time for premieres. No, we're not. We're not doing a premiere tonight. There we go. Glad we got that one out of the way. Now, the big question is, where is everyone, Ethan?
I don't know.
What have you done? What have you done with them all?
I'm holding them hostage.
You are holding.
For some reason.
I'll tell you what is happening though, and this is something we could possibly have a more of a serious chat on. Is this right now? There is a typhoon. Whatchamacallit? Nyato.
Which is
pretty damn good. That's for sure.
Which is not 145 miles an hour.
Huh. I would say maybe a 130 on that. Given how that eastern eyewall's been flaky. 130, yeah, I reckon I would give it 130.
I'd give it 125.
Yeah, I figured you'd be even lower. You just don't like the West Pack. If it's the East Pack, that is a 155, Ethan would say.
No, it's not.
No,
what is the typhoon's name? Is retard.
I mean, sure, it's got the cloud tops to support Cat 4, but that eye is just incredibly messy, and it's not very clear on the other hand of things as well, so... Which leads me to believe that the winds are weaker in this.
Very pretty, though.
Nathan,
I've seen
share my screen, and I'll show you
better.
some of the satellite that I have loaded up.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know, we had a Cat 4 in the East Pack called Linda a few months ago, you know. that was a lot more prettier than this.
But this is
Yeah, but
December.
Just saying.
Ethan is like the Gordon Ramsay of tropical cyclones.
There's even been better December typhoons in the Westpac. Knock 10.
Right then, Ethan, that's enough from you. Thank you. Let's move on to Josh's screen.
Here's some imagery of the storm right now.
How's Mitchell, by the way, Ethan?
I can actually go ahead and check up on him right now. Let's see how he's doing. As I pull it up here on my phone.
In the
He's
meantime, we're looking at... Yep.
he is just downstairs right now, just laying down. He is awake, but he's doing just fine.
So we've seen that little pen that he's in. Is he in there all hours?
Pretty much. We're trying to minimize his walking as much as possible, just to let his thing heal. And the more time that he's, sitting down sleeping is more time that he can heal. So the only time that he is out of that pen is whenever he's going outside to go use the restroom. Other than that, he's in there constantly.
So yeah, basically we've got open season for questions. So start your message with Force 13 all in text. But what we were going to talk about, Ethan, in relation to the Super Cyclone Challenge, is your thoughts on everyone else's performance so far.
I haven't seen the questions that they got out on because I've been busy with Mitchell.
And I'm going to ask you them shortly.
Oh God. But I've heard that they've all gone out just above 40 miles per hour.
Yes, they have.
I have no clue how they've done that.
Right, are we ready then, Ethan?
Sure.
Let's play. Rishi's question. Ready?
Sure.
The Philippine area of responsibility's easternmost limit is at what longitude? 125 east, 135 east, 145 east, or 155 east?
You said the Philippine area of
125.
responsibility.
Yep, the easternmost limit.
I believe that is 125, I think.
No, hang on.
Ethan.
Can I change my answer?
Hold on.
Ethan?
You said the easternmost, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's 145. That's easy.
That's the wrong answer.
God.
It's
It's
135.
Speaking of which, do you think we could do all Super Cyclone Challenge all in sometime this week?
We're doing it on Saturday for charity and Sunday proper.
Ooh, so 2 days of all in.
Yeah.
That's a difficult question for tropical storm sickness.
Here's the other question. This is the question that Jonesy failed on.
Oh God.
Cyclone Cedar rounded off the year 2007 for which basin? The Australian region, the Southwest Indian Ocean, the North Indian Ocean, or the South Pacific Ocean?
That's North Indian. How did he get that wrong?
That's the right answer.
How did he get that wrong? What did he say?
I think he said the Southwest Indian Ocean. He was about to run out of time.
What?
Well, he doesn't know.
How did he get that wrong?
Ethan.
I don't fathom how you can get that wrong, though.
And then we've got a Farhan's failing question. Ooh. I'm trying to get it up here and I can't. Stupid thing. But send in your questions if you have any, by the way, whilst we do this with Ethan. It can be about anything. Alright, yes. Yes. Farhan's failure question. In 2012, Hurricane Isaac made landfall in which US state? Was it Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, or Louisiana?
I wonder, Louisiana. That's easy.
And that is the right answer. Well done.
It's
80 miles an
obviously
hour.
Florida.
So Ethan would have got 2 of the 3.
I mean, if it went, whenever it was entering the Gulf, if it was like 50 miles more to the east, it would have been Florida, because the Keys are there. It was very close to the Keys.
Yes. Alright, let's take some questions then. When will the 2021 Atlantic Hurricane Season animation come out? It's a good question.
Mid-December, I think. I can say...
I would hope
20
that it's mid-December. It could be later, though.
I can guarantee you that 2021 East Pack is coming out this month because I've heard it work on it already.
Yeah.
So.
Both of those should come out this month, unless the Central Pack decides to have something in the last week of December.
Holiday.
That would
Indeed.
be funny.
That
That
would
would
be
honestly be funny.
That'd be
26
hilarious.
20, I think it was 2015 vibes. Right there.
That's it.
Thank you, 9C.
Oh, Jesus. Army, how many tropical weather bulletins did you make this year?
Oh, I'm not sure of how many I made. I made quite a few, though.
Are you missing them yet?
What animation?
A bit, yeah. It feels weird to not come home and think, oh, who's going to do the bulletin tonight? Because we're not doing them anymore. Until May, at least.
And what do you think about Nyato right now?
I haven't looked at it much today, but I'd have to agree. Maybe 130, maybe 125 on its current satellite appearance. I don't know what it was earlier for the HWC to go 145.
145.
It was this,
It was that they went 145 with?
pretty much.
I know that Sab got an estimate of T6.5 earlier, and some Dvorak estimates were even reaching T7.0, believe it or not.
I know.
Yeah, that's because of the cloud tops.
I know
Yeah.
they
And a serious
mentioned.
cloud top bias.
I
Yeah,
know
but
they
the-
mentioned
the
in
eye-
discussion about
the eye, I'm
ADPs
not
and
sure.
SatCon's estimates.
I'm not sure how warm the eye is. I'm just pulling up
About minus 40.
Simus right now.
It's not very warm.
It's
What?
cold, it is. It's got some pretty decent convection still in it.
All right, let's see. Yeah, eye temp of -40. Yeah. This isn't a Cat 4. I'm sorry. Definitely with an eye temp of -40. This isn't a Cat 4. I'm sorry. Even with those cloud tops, not a Cat 4.
I mean, I
Well,
will
Delta was
say,
a category 4 with an eye temp of minus 70.
Low end Cat 4.
I
think
guess,
it's good enough for this. Right
I
now.
will say, no matter the intensity, I'm glad that it stayed away from the Philippines. Like models were
Yes.
depicting, it could have gotten close to them.
We have some more questions. What's your age requirement to join?
13.
I mean, yes, the law and Discord terms of service and all, and most internet corporations' terms of service is required to be 13 to use their products. With Force 13 becoming a contributor, I don't know if that's the question, but we look first at your abilities, and then we'll see whether maybe you're too young or whether you're physically and emotionally old enough to do the work that we do. Do you think Sam was a category 5? What does the tonight's panel think?
I think
Can I-
I think that's up for discussion in tonight's
Can I-
hour.
Hmm.
Can I say something?
Careful.
For it.
I'm gonna go no.
Okay, that's the answer we wanted.
Well, for the reason that there isn't evidence. You need evidence for a category 5. It looked good, but even at peak intensity, the southern eye wall wasn't as perfect as, say, you'd want to see in a category 5. Definitely teetering on the edge, though. Definitely teetering on the edge.
A good question that's come in here. What future projects are we planning or have planned for 2022? As I said, I think last night or a couple of nights ago, that we are investing quite a bit into hopefully producing new automated features. For instance, one thing that we're really looking at right now is getting a cyclone version of the earthquake stream that's been so successful in the last few months with delivering earthquake information. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out on Force 13 Earthquakes. We're hoping to do something like that for cyclones next year. We had a little go earlier this year, didn't we? And it was a nice interface, but it was still manually updated, too much manual input still. and things go out of date very quickly if you have to do manual input. So we want to get some automation in there.
So yeah, so I was wondering we tend to do cyclone trackers when there's an active cyclone. We're still doing that, right?
Well, if we had an automated system that worked very easily, maybe with just a little interface at the back end for our team to be able to push buttons to make some text appear or whatever, I don't know. But all of that stuff, then you could run it year round like the earthquake stream. And you could, I mean, year round might sound a little bit tedious during the off season, but think about all the other stuff that you could put on. You could show all kinds of graphics, and you could delve into maybe non-tropical weather a little bit, and you can do on this day and all this
I
and
have to warn you, Nathan.
documentary type stuff. What, you wanted me about Schwent?
Yeah. There's a wild
It
Schwent.
is a Schwent alert.
Hello, Wild Schwent.
Hello, what are we talking about? What are we doing?
I was just
Nieto is not a Cat 4, do you agree?
okay.
Well, actually, I need to properly analyze it first.
Have
Give
a
me
look.
second.
I was just answering a question about what future projects we're planning or have planned for 2022, and Thomas, I imagine you might have something to say about that too.
About 2022 plans.
Yeah.
I'll say this much about plans for 2022. It's looking rather exciting, especially on the US channel end of things. That's where I'm going to be most involved. I know that the graphics team is going to have some very exciting things released towards the beginning of next year as well, I believe. So exciting things across the board. I'm very excited about the future of the project, and I think that there are going to be a lot of very exciting things that people in the audience are going to like.
So if my word wasn't convincing enough, there's Thomas. Excellent. More questions. Why did Nyato become a Cat 4 instead of the forecast from the JTWC?
Okay, first things first.
Hmm.
I'm looking at this right now.
Hmm.
And Ethan, I'm sorry, but I have no reason to believe that this isn't a Cat 4.
What item did you get?
It's not about iTemp, it's about objective and subjective estimates. Dvorak is solidly a T6.5. Maybe a T6.0.
It's 130.
Yeah, I mean, 130's like upper bound. Like, subjectively, just staring at it, I don't really think it's a Cat 4.
Oh.
But when I look at all of the things, like multi-platform consensus data, ADT, subjective Dvorak from myself, and basically literally everything, there is nothing. There are zero indicators that this is any weaker than a 145 mile per hour system. There are numerous indicators, well, 140 actually. There's one indicator of 140, many of 145, a couple of 150, and one of 155. So, very impressive stuff coming out of the objective estimates. If I had to place an intensity on it right now, I'd probably say 140 miles per hour on the lower bound of the consensus.
There's
But it's
another.
impressive.
Here's another fascinating question, and you'll be glad that you'll be able to offer your opinion here in the absence of others. Who is the best video updater? Great question from Giants Nation.
Who is the best video updater? I think it depends on what exactly it is you're looking for.
Have we got that down in our awards? It's our
I
awards
believe
night
so.
tomorrow.
I think so.
If you've not voted in the awards, anyone can vote. Go to force13.com/awards.
I would say, as of recently, in terms of video updates, probably me. In terms of narration. But it should be noted that there haven't been many video updates at all, and it was not terribly difficult to narrate the information needed. for the storms that we've had recently. In terms of overall, if I'm not just taking recent things into account, if I'm actually being serious and not just skewing it so I look better, I'd have to say, I hmm, I
Hard to
think
say, isn't it?
I think Tim. I think I'd have to give it to Tim, of all people. I think that there's been a lot of excellent stuff from Xavier, from Ethan, from you, from me, from Ami. But I do think that in terms of raw ability to now graphically, I think he might be a little behind at times. But I think in terms of narration and public messaging, Tim is the best guy we got.
Interesting.
I would
I
have
know
to agree
that's
with that.
probably not something that you were expecting.
I'm just looking through the awards at the moment to see what's happening with the votes, and that's pretty curious. Okay, moving on.
Here's some Naito microwave, by the way. I'm pulling it up because this kind of bolsters the case for Cat 4 just a tad. That's impressive. It shows that the eye that's struggling to clear out on infrared is very much cleared out and well defined on microwave, which basically means that it's not struggling to clear out because the dry air isn't sufficient. It's just because the eye's so large, the updraft isn't shoving it out overly quickly. But that's impressive.
In a few minutes, we'll be going through our thoughts on September's storms and August storms, but some more questions. Any chance of Nyato becoming a super typhoon?
There's an argument
No.
to be made that it's already there.
Oh, go
Yes.
away.
But it's running out of time because I'm assuming by 6Z that Shiro will be getting to it.
Someone
If you take an
also
average.
Someone
Sorry,
also
go on.
asked me if I could interview my geography teacher. I don't have a geography teacher.
What?
I've not had a geography teacher for 12 years, and I don't know if she'd still be around. I reckon, well, she will be around. She was quite young back then, so we'll see about tracking her down for my upcoming personal documentary, which is probably going to be the next 6 months or so. Let's see what other questions we've got. Just looking through here. I'm trying to go back to catch up. So, Hurricane Time Lapses said the issue with Dvorak at the moment is due to the cloud tops making it go crazy.
Will say that the cloud tops on the storm have been absurd, and that is probably due to a high tropopause. But I will say that despite this, the problem with high tropopause environments is that the eye is more difficult to clear out in because the cirrus field's going to be it's much easier when storms are able to tower like that for the cirrus fields to go over the eye. So I think as of now, especially if microwave's any indicator, things are pretty balanced at the moment. The only way that this really becomes a super typhoon is if that eye manages to clear out and we continue to have those absurd cloud tops. And if we manage to get a ring of -80s here in the next hour or two as that eye clears out, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a 135 or 140 knot fix from the JTWC. Now, would I think it's that high? Probably not. Although I think that it was a bit aggressive at 18Z as well. So I'm not sure. What?
You telling me there could be a Cat 5 at 21 degrees north in December?
I'm telling you that if you take the improvement in satellite appearance from then to now, there is an argument for it. Is it strong? No. Should it be? No. Could it be? Yes.
Okay. And then we'll start another war, probably, over how strong the storm is. NJ Fan 9000 wants to know if we've ever Googled our name.
Yeah, multiple times actually.
Why?
I don't know, because I'm bored.
And what did you find?
I found that the images of Schwent are interesting. That's all I'll say.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
There wasn't any images of Schwent, but I know that in particular when you look up your name, Nathan, there's a lot of you that comes up.
I'd imagine that there would
I'm the
be.
first result.
Hey, there he is. Ghosty IDK says, can you guys add an ace bar in the 2021 Atlantic Hurricane season animation? It would be a nice addition.
Who's making it?
Who is
Xavier.
making?
Let's
Xavier
yell at
is.
Xavier. I'm gonna ping him right now.
Well,
Don't you worry. We're gonna
that
get
is
an ace bar on
dependent.
that.
That's depending on him finishing the 2020 worldwide animation anytime soon.
And he's got a ton of hypos that he's backlogged on as well.
So we'll see what happens there. Eads SSXV says, why did you remove your analyst team? That happened in October, I believe, and we made a statement back then. It was around the 12th, wasn't it? That happened for a variety of reasons, mainly because... What was the actual line that we went with?
The main reason that we weren't going with it anymore, I believe, was because of public messaging, official precedent, and the fact that the analyst team just wasn't online enough to sustain things.
Yeah, there is that. Let's see what else we've got here. When will we start work on 2021 North Atlantic? That's another question for Xavier. Do we think it's plausible for more than one name to be retired in the North Atlantic this year?
No.
Okay. So that's a no.
Oh, they could retire Larry for no reason.
Yeah. If they wanted to.
Maybe I could in the What Might Have Been.
Go for it.
Ooh,
yeah.
who's looking forward to the What Might Have Been?
Ooh.
Well, we're gonna have multiple Cat 5s, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
And-
Larry's gonna be a Cat 5 100%. Sam's gonna be a Cat 5. Ida's gonna be
yeah.
a Cat 5.
Wait, are you going with the?
No, I'm just...
You're making
Nathan
guesses?
will be animating it, but I'm just saying, like, I know what's gonna happen. 'Cause
I've
the
certainly...
models-
In fact, I might not be animating it. I'm going to be planning it. But I don't know if I'm animating it.
Oh, they might. There's a good point in the chat in regards to the retirement question. Someone said they might retire Grace.
Well,
I feel like that's fair.
they're
Yeah, let me
asking
check
whether
my
they might, but yeah.
They'll definitely retire Ida.
Yeah, Ida's definitely going to get the boot.
If it starts with an I and it becomes a major hurricane and it hits literally anything, it's gonna get retired.
Yeah, that's pretty much guaranteed. What was the last I name to be retired? Wasn't that Irma, I think?
Did Isaias get the boot?
No?
Imelda?
Oh yeah, Imelda, I believe, got chopped.
Imelda did not.
Did it
What?
not?
It pulled a
No.
Harvey.
Imelda was
in
not
terms of
retired.
rainfall.
It's
How did
not.
that not get
Only,
retired?
only Dorian was.
It did less than. It
So
did less
yeah.
than Sally.
And Isaac didn't really do anything in 2018, so yeah, it was Irma.
Blimey. How do you feel
I
about
should
that,
have-
Thomas?
Irma is a good retirement.
Well, they should have retired, I forget its name now.
Sally?
Imelda. They should have retired that one.
I agree.
And they also should have retired Isaias.
Really?
I don't know.
Besides her to retire
I'm not sure
Zayden
about
as
that.
well.
We're also joined by Ryan Leahy now.
Welcome, Brian.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
I don't know, Schwent, do we say it?
What are you going to
Um,
say?
Midwest plan.
Midwest Clan reunion, yes. I was about to say that too.
Good old
Yes,
days.
it is.
Well, I was going to say
No.
blockheads, but there we go.
That's what Schwinn is.
You know what, Ethan?
We're
Listen
all
up.
blockheads.
All right.
Listen up.
Oh,
Oh, never mind. Nope, I'll go
no,
on a rant later.
Okay. Are you sure? Because we're going to move on now.
Oh, no then. Ethan. Ethan,
What's poppin', my dude?
did you just call me a blockhead
Yeah.
after screwing up an East Pack question
Ooh.
What?
on the Super Cyclone chat? Was it an East Pack question you screwed up? What'd you screw
No.
up? What'd you screw
No.
up?
What did he screw? I can't remember either.
I don't know. Either way,
It was the last named storm of the 1993 Atlantic hurricane.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
so it was
an
an Atlantic
Atlantic
question.
one.
You tried to make it sound
It
like
was an
Andres
Atlantic
was a
one.
notable storm this year.
And
So you're the
Leahy,
blockhead.
Leahy, you've got a very good track record on the Super Cyclone Challenge too. What have you made of the contestants this week?
I am very disappointed. Honestly.
In me?
Not
Yes.
in you. Actually, you know what? I would have gotten that question wrong too, Ethan.
Most
So,
people would have. To be fair.
I knew the answer. It's just when I was thinking, I was sort of playing along in my head. I was thinking the answer was Harvey, and then I realized, oh wait, the answer's actually Gert. You said Irene, and I definitely knew it was not Irene.
All right. Well then, let's begin with the monthly summaries then. I can't remember what we got up to last time and what's next. We got to somewhere in August, didn't we?
We got to, I think we talked about Linda and Olmice. We hadn't gotten to Fred yet, so I think that's the next one.
I think Elmice was the last one, wasn't it?
Olmice was the last one. So I think it's the Atlantic storms, really.
Oh boy.
Oh, we talked about Kevin too. So I think we start with Fred.
Am I right in saying a TCR just came out on Kevin?
Did
I
it?
haven't heard of this. Let me pull this up.
Some TCRs have come out recently.
No, TCR is not. Oh, TCR is actually out in Kevin, actually.
Yes.
Yes, came out today. Let's see what they have.
So
looks
TCR
like
is the Tropical
no
Cyclone
change.
Report from the National Hurricane
No
Center.
change from the peak on that one. And no new Atlantic TCRs, okay. So peak remains on Kevin at 65, 994 millibars. Mile per hour.
Well, apparently that was raised from 60 miles an hour. Anyway, let's go to Thomas's screen.
This is Fred.
I just, you know, when I think of these Atlantic, and even after people have shown me the satellite imagery of these storms this week, next week I'll have forgotten about 90% of the storms this year in the Atlantic.
That's exactly how I am.
I mean, Fred didn't really do that much, did it?
It did do a lot of flooding in the United States. I remember. I
Somehow
think it was in like Tennessee or North Carolina. I think it did a lot of flooding. I'm pretty sure.
it somehow caused $1.3 billion in damages somehow. Don't have any clue how it got up to that.
I think that was mostly in flood damage. I'm pretty sure in like inland of the United States.
And questions still coming in whilst we look at this as well. Sammy says, why was Felicia so tiny?
Do we want to explain that? I can. It's going to be a little bit, but I can.
I mean, it's taken Fred quite a while, it seems, so you may as well.
Yes, I can speed up Fred here.
Oh,
I'll
right.
Speed up Fred. Here we go.
Here we
speed
go.
up Fred.
That's a bit
Here
too
we
much.
go. Uh-oh. Well, let's just go back to the interesting bits.
Hmm.
There we go. Here's Fred. You can see the interesting bits of Fred while we talk
Yeah.
about Felicia.
Hey, it's Fred.
Most of the damage, it appears, or a lot of the damage, was in the Carolinas.
So, basically what I can tell you about Felicia is that when you have these clusters of thunderstorms in the eastern Pacific during a La Nina, sometimes you get these smaller clusters. And if there are favorable conditions with the smaller cluster of storms, that can become a tropical cyclone. And so basically what it has to do with is the initial cluster of thunderstorms and the most intense part of that cluster. And if there's a small, really intense part of the cluster of storms, then that can become the center of something. It can get really tight, and then all of a sudden you have this really small tropical cyclone that for some reason we called a Category 5.
There was a comment just then by Jason, which I agree with. Fred at landfall looked like Michael without the eye.
What?
It looked quite impressive. It's Michael without
It
the eye.
actually did. It actually did look like Michael without an eye, honestly.
Yes, it did. I have to agree with that.
You know what? Let's pull this up.
Michael's originally predicted 70-mile-an-hour landfall.
We're gonna get
It's
a
what
side by
Michael
side.
was originally forecasted.
You're doing
to
a
do.
side by side.
We're gonna do a side by side here because
Uh-oh.
I'm not buying it.
Oh, come on.
When was Michael?
Buy it.
2018?
Yeah.
How do you not remember when Michael was?
You'd have failed the Super Cyclone challenge then.
Dumb. Schwent.
What?
How do you not know when Michael was?
Ethan, calm down.
How do you not know? That was like, oh my god.
Okay,
It
only
does
3 years
happen.
ago.
here's
How do you not
one.
remember it?
Yes.
Here's the other.
Yes.
No.
Well, what? No,
No.
but wait.
It's slightly smaller.
No,
But
compare Michael at landfall and Fred about an hour after landfall.
Okay.
Hmm.
Here. Let's go. Fred hits land.
Then it blows
He's-
up. Boom.
So, right about here?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of like a wannabe Michael, I guess. you could say.
No.
It.
No.
Well, it blows up more than that. Boom. There it is. And his little eye trying to come
Now
out.
No,
go a
I
little further into
don't
Michael.
see it.
Go a little further into Michael.
Oh my.
Ooh, look.
Anyway, shall we move on though?
The fact that we're debating about Michael and Fred in the same. Oh my.
At least we knew when Michael was.
Shut up.
Michael formed in 2018.
Because Fred had a cousin behind it called
Hmm.
Grace.
Yes.
Yes, and
Grace.
Grace
Grace was
did
interesting.
things.
Grace did less than half the damage that Fred did.
Really?
And supposedly was almost a Cat 4, supposedly. I
Well,
don't believe it was.
completely different areas though. So
Yeah.
It should also be noted that the CDPS scale does actually accurately predict which one of them will do more damage, just so you know.
And what were the scores?
Oh, I don't remember. I just remember that Fred was absurdly high for a TS and Grace wasn't that high for a major.
Fair. There's another question. Do you still have Iota as a Category 5 storm?
We never did.
Of course we did.
We
I don't
did
think-
operationally.
Until the NEC downgraded
For-
via TCR.
Oh, for Iota. Okay.
Yeah.
For Iota. Do we have it as a Cat 5?
No.
No, it's not.
No, not anymore.
I
Okay.
certainly think it was.
Okay.
I personally believe, after looking at Recon and SON data, that it's about as borderline of a case as you're gonna get.
Aren't
I
they
remember
all?
some people like mentioning that like it could have possibly been briefly sub 915 from Recon.
Well, given how quickly it was weakening when Recon came in, I think, yeah.
Sub 915. But
Are we talking about the same storm?
We're talking about Iota.
Iota didn't weaken quickly at all when Recon was in. It weakened 5 millibars in 6 hours prior to landfall.
No, I'm talking about before. There was that. What storm synced absurdly and then proceeded to, and then when the next Recon came in, rise absurdly?
Sam.
No, I'm talking about last year. Here comes Grace when it actually
is.
did things.
Hmm.
It's
We're,
Grace.
we're joined by Kay, by the way.
Hello.
The very in and out imagery of Grace from RAM here. That's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
there were outages, unfortunately.
Yeah. We're
No
also
one had any access.
We're also
Yeah.
joined by Ryan North as well. 2 Ryans now.
Oh no.
Hello.
Oh, yes.
Hello.
Multiple Ryans.
Ryan invasion continues.
I'm not going to be able to
Well,
keep up.
During Grace, we also had Henri. I think that's how you say it.
Yes. Henri, that is
Which
correct.
which sparked
Henri.
hurricane warnings in New England and was forecast to make landfall as a hurricane. When my parents were in New England, and instead
Oh,
all I got
boy.
was just rainfall, and it was really a huge disappointment.
It wasn't exactly. It produced 17-foot waves on Cape Cod, and 24-foot waves were recorded by a buoy less than 100 miles offshore.
I mean, what? It reaches its initial peak at like what, 60, 65 miles an hour while it was southeast of Bermuda, and then their sheer got to it.
There it is.
And then it ended up supposedly becoming this weird-looking hurricane.
For a storm of its origin path, it's very unusual.
Yes.
Rather. What date was it again?
August 16th to the 23rd.
And it moved westwards into New York as a tropical depression. I believe it was the first tropical cyclone to ever enter the state of New York, moving southwest.
Let me find
Really? It
out.
did that?
Yeah.
There's it
I
becoming a
thought it just went
hurricane right there.
straight north into New England.
No, but then when it turned into New York, it's actually moving south of due west.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, I was going like. Was it
Yeah,
actually
Should have
going
looped
south?
over downstate New York.
And then right after Henri, remnants of Grace redeveloped into Tropical Storm Marty. Didn't really do anything. And then right after
We had
Marty,
some
we
written-
had
Well,
Hurricane Nora.
Hurricane Nora.
Bloody Nora.
Nora is actually very notable for its original forecast track took it off towards the, I believe it was to the west of the Baja California Peninsula, and instead it hit Mexico way to the east of there. So
I remember tracking Nora and then calling it a hurricane and then fixing it as making landfall and then Recon getting a fix offshore and then everyone yelling at me and then all of us figuring out that I ended up being right despite the fact that I thought I was wrong just as much as everyone else.
Recon, the first one went out and then had an issue and had to turn back after only an hour. And then the second one gets there as it's over land. And it's got this very, very disrupted structure because of the mountains of Mexico influencing it. But it
Very
was
weird.
quite intensifying quite rapidly.
you're right there.
What in the world was that?
Some lovely lines from Goes.
Mm-hmm.
There's the landfall.
And
And
then
it was
after
forecast to move offshore and re-intensify by 5 knots, and it just stayed over the coast the entire time and pretty much died.
yeah, and then
Oh,
Some lovely
beautiful
lines.
imagery.
and then
Beautiful.
right there it got
imagery.
right there it got shooed by the outflow of its neighbor on the other side of Mexico, which I think we all know
The
what
big
that
one.
name is. I think we
The
all know what
big
that
one.
name is.
Yep.
It's time to talk about
It's
it.
time.
Was it
It's
Isaac
time.
of 2020?
Finally, time.
Okay, we're talking about monthly summaries in 2021.
I'm sorry, I got the 2 and the 1 swapped around.
Okay.
my. Oh my.
I mean, Ida was one of, if not the worst hurricane to hit Louisiana. I know that Katrina was on another level, but
Yeah.
Ida was
Katrina
worse for
was
southeast
really bad.
Louisiana. Katrina
Yeah.
was worse for New Orleans.
That is probably true. Yeah.
Even like
Ida
But in
was.
terms of the strength
notable.
of the winds, Ida brought much stronger winds to New Orleans because Katrina, all of its
Was
damage
like-
was from the storm surge, and its strongest winds went completely to the east of
Went
Louisiana.
into Mississippi. Yeah.
Yeah.
the
Whereas
levees.
Ida was all about the wind in Louisiana.
And
And because it brought strong winds for the first time, it produced types of damage that weren't seen in Katrina, such as toppling the entire power grid for New Orleans into the Mississippi River.
Great.
Okay. Did the
Historic.
outer eye wall briefly hit New Orleans? Like the outer?
The outer eye wall, definitely. They had major hurricane gusts, at least estimated from radar in New Orleans.
There's Ida peaking right there.
Yep, the outer
Yep.
eye wall.
Just before landfall, there we go.
Maintained right up to landfall.
As
And
well.
then-
In
maintained
land.
after
and-
landfall for a little bit over
The
those
amount of time-
marshlands.
The amount of time it remained semi-organized over land was absurd too.
Well, that's because the area is just after landfall, going up towards Interstate 10 a little bit. That area is extremely flat, and that's only marshland. And you got this huge, almost Cat 5 hurricane making landfall, so all that, instead of it being land, that's all water now. So, of course, it's going to be weakening slowly for the first part until it gets towards higher land. Then, of course, it
And
really
then
kicked in.
Said marshlands even a couple hundred years ago were not there.
And you can see supercells here firing in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, as Ida's remnants moves up. This storm was a notable tornado producer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
and-
noticeable tornado.
very
producer.
notable.
it also flood areas in New York City.
And here's Ida producing, well, about to produce the big outbreak. There's a tornado probably near Baltimore there. Right about now, I'd imagine, anytime now, there was the New Jersey tornado outbreak, which produced the very first tornado emergency in New Jersey state
Here it
history.
is.
Yep,
There
there
we
it is.
are.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, and all that
City getting
flooding in
impacted by
New
it.
York too.
New York City, there
A mid-range
subway-
EF3
Yeah,
and catastrophic flooding that produced $50 billion plus in damages.
Yeah, but most of the damages
Was it?
from Ida, as Kay just said, was in the Northeast. It wasn't even in Louisiana.
I know.
A majority, not most. There was still 30 billion plus in Louisiana.
yeah. I think it was like 30 billion in Louisiana, and then like about 30 billion in the Northeast, if I'm not mistaken.
Question, Kate.
Well, the estimates have probably changed since September because they've had more time to do it accurately. I'll see what's popping around at the moment.
Question, Kate. If New Orleans still had the 2005 levees, would Ida have been a lot worse of a storm for New Orleans?
If the levee system, it would have been less total than Katrina, but some of them would likely have failed.
Yeah.
Because the surge that was experienced on the flood defences was higher than the pre-2005 defences were capable of producing, but there's always a little bit extra, so you can't say for certain. I think it's likely that some parishes in New Orleans would have gone, but not so much of the city as we saw with Katrina.
Yeah.
The 20 billion investment into the Great Wall of Louisiana has paid off, I would say.
Yes,
That it passed the test.
and you know, many people say that Gustav in 2008 was the first real big target. I would actually disagree, and I'd say that Ida was the first big test.
Well,
Yeah.
Ida is certainly the biggest storm to hit New Orleans since Katrina, so yeah, it
It
is
may
probably
well
the
be
biggest test so
20
far.
years later.
Yeah.
Looking at the statistics from Wikipedia, sadly 115 deaths and $65.25 billion in damages, making it the 6th costliest on record.
Good lord.
Is that just behind Hurricane Sandy?
I think so.
I think it's... What are the top 5 now? I think it's Harvey, Katrina...
I'm pulling this up now. Hold
Sandy.
on.
Yep,
It's
Sandy
Irma's
is
in
the
the top
next
5
one.
now?
yeah, Sandy. Then you got Irma, Maria, Harvey, and Katrina.
Maria. Okay, so it's the 3 2017 hurricanes and then Sandy and Katrina. So
Yep.
Ida's right behind them. Wow, that is quite the club to be in.
Is it possible, Kay, that it could be even more costly than Sandy?
Yes.
Because I remember seeing reports, like I believe it was like on when Ida was having like on Inside Edition saying it could be up to 80 billion possibly.
Now this is very interesting. On the costliest tropical cyclones of all time in the Atlantic, there's a column called normalized damage, where they make up for differences in time and development since the hurricane.
Yep.
And on that list, Katrina is first, second is Andrew,
Yep.
Really?
and third is
Wow.
Sandy. Harvey coming in fourth, with Ike at fifth.
And where's
Interesting.
I believe for what was that again? Because of the massive growth in Miami and Homestead, Florida.
Yeah,
It
Ida
hasn't
isn't even
been
on the list
calculated
for Ida yet.
for anything after Irma. So Irma has a normalized total, but Maria doesn't for some reason.
Hmm.
Irma is 7th for normalized damages.
So after, shall we move on?
Yeah, sure.
Of
Let's
course.
move on.
So during Ida, we had Tropical Storm. We actually had Kate Storm first. Didn't really do anything without the sea, and then we also had Julian.
Julian.
Thank you.
It's pronounced Julian, yes.
That was
And
a
the
very nice
Atlantic.
storm.
Both
Yeah,
It was
so
a
very
mid-range tropical storm
forgettable
out in the middle of
storms.
nowhere. Just caused a bit of issue for a couple of ships. No significant issues at all.
then right after Julian, we had one of there's Julian right there. We had one of the big ace producers in the Atlantic, Larry.
Larry. Long live
Laurie?
Larry.
Did you just say Laurie?
Lowry.
Yes,
Lowry.
I like to say it like that.
Larry.
Larry was a very, very, very strange storm because
Was it?
in its early stages, as you'll see, it entrains dry air into its circulation, and then the dry air sits in the center, and then it begins to fire deep convection around the dry air, and suddenly it forms an eye around the dry air that originally entrained into the circulation, and it rapidly intensifies from a tropical storm to a high-end category 1 in just 12 hours. And you see lots of dry air coming in from the north. It's really struggling. And then
Right.
suddenly there's an eye.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
There it goes.
And then it went through continuous eye wall replacement cycles for almost the entirety of its life and just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it fell apart. And then after it fell apart, it rebuilt its core inside of its collapsed shell with a smaller eye, and then held that eye all the way until Newfoundland.
Oh, Larry.
Became annular.
Look how
believe.
massive that eye is.
That is a massive eye.
For the Atlantic's pretty big.
Very annoying to track.
That is a huge
I just want
eye.
I just want to point out during Larry we had a let's see how long this was. We had a 2-day tropical depression in the West Pac 17W,
Oh, don't.
which didn't really do anything.
Was that the one that wasn't actually a tropical cyclone, or was that the one which was actually a tropical storm by radar observations?
I haven't got a clue.
There were so many weird systems in the West Pacific.
Look at Larry. Kept fighting away there.
It just keeps going. Passing Bermuda.
Very unattractive on the eye, though.
Yeah, there it is, turning post-tropical now.
Not yet, Ethan.
No.
Not yet.
Well, it's getting close to it. There it is.
No.
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 Still an
not.
85-mile-an-hour hurricane. One of the strongest landfalls
There
in
it
Newfoundland
goes.
on record.
There it
Nope,
goes. It's
There
gone.
we
Not
go.
yet.
Yeah, it is. It's gone.
Now it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got to 53 north while still tropical.
Really? 53 north? Oh
It's
my
the second
goodness.
most northerly tropical cyclone on record, behind, I believe, Alberto of 2004.
Goodness.
Or was it 2012? It was an Alberto of one of the years.
What about
Alberto of
Hank?
1988, probably.
What about
We're
Hank
talking about.
2019?
Wait, Alberto of 2004.
Nice one.
No, 2000. I think 2002.
But
Oh,
Hank
okay.
2019
Probably
guy.
I think-
2000.
Team Hypo. Nice.
Hank?
Or 2000.
Hank
Is it?
2019.
Oh, your Team Hypo, where you put a subtropical storm west of Greenland.
No, it was
Thomas.
fully tropical.
There.
It was fully
Thomas.
tropical.
Anywho,
Thomas.
during
Any more, and we will eject you from the live stream.
Well, I guess I'll be
Moving-
getting ejected rather soon then.
moving
dear.
into September, we had I forget what the invest number was called, but it sort of pulled a fast one on us on September the 5th and went from an invest to a Category 1 typhoon called Kansen in what, like 12 hours?
Oh,
Yeah.
Consone.
Like
Just
that?
blew
Maybe-
up out of nowhere.
It was 18 hours from becoming a tropical cyclone to becoming Category 1, and then it made landfall within 3 hours of that.
moved to the Philippines and then stalled as a tropical storm off Vietnam. Didn't really.
You mean stalled as a tropical depression for 2 days?
Yes.
And then it finally became a remnant low. And then it moved out to sea and tried to regenerate before it finally died.
And most people were. I remember I made a forecast cone calling it the stall when the DTWC had it moving much faster inland, and most people criticized me on that. And
Every single update from the JTWC was it will soon move west into Vietnam. Every time they updated it it'll just be 6 hours later, just 6 hours later. It's going to do it. It's going to do it, and it never did.
Don't worry, it will.
Now
You
what's
can see
this
the next
coming in
storm.
fucking 3 weeks?
yeah, so that's.
Chen
It had its
Boom.
cousin
Oh,
off to its
God.
east, which pulled an even bigger fast one on us, and went from what, like a
Gee.
mid to high tropical storm to a high-end Cat 4 in like 24 hours.
It went from an open low to a category 5 in less than 3 days. Close to 2
Yeah.
days. One of the fastest
remember
implementations on record.
I remember it rapidly intensified. It pretty much blew me away. Pretty much when I looked at it and I saw that it was I thought it'd be like a low end Cat 3 at that time, and it was like almost a Cat 5. I'm like, oh my goodness!
I remember
it
We
really
were
took
during-
off.
remember during its extreme representification phase, Schwent and I thought that it could even rival Hagibis in terms of intensity, and it never got there. But
Well, we
I
don't
mean-
know if it did or didn't because the eye didn't clear out because of
Yeah.
how small it was.
and then of course,
if
you
it had
know,
reconnaissance, it's entirely possible it could have been a similar intensity.
and then we thought that it was going to fall apart as it approached Luzon, and then it pulled a 180 on us right there, and
Well, right now
rapidly-
it's just intensifying. Peak
and went up
intensity,
to-
almost a complete ring of
Wow.
Wow.
yellow cloud tops.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
peak of 180 miles an hour right there.
Wow.
One of those islands north of the Philippines went into the eye and recorded a pressure. Or, no, it was it was in the edge of the eye, in the eye wall, and it recorded a pressure in the 930s, I think,
Schwinn,
much
can you
higher than the
rewind
intensity
about a
estimate
day,
at the
Schwinn?
time.
Rewind it about a day. Where do we
Yeah,
want to rewind to?
Yeah, right there, because you can see its center is a bit exposed there, and then it rebuilds its eye wall. If you can play it again, yeah, right there, it kind of becomes exposed, and then it rebuilds its eye wall.
It goes from
And
having an
I-
open eye wall on radar
completely
and
closed
3
one.
concentric eye walls to a category 4, and then it dies.
Very
Just
close
as fast.
approach
And then
to
it
Taiwan
dies.
there.
Hold on.
Yes,
and then
it
does
dies.
and it does it again.
But it has a
right
brief comeback.
That's more than brief.
And that's it.
And then tries to do it a third time. Doesn't
Really?
really get
Well,
there.
no, it weakens all the way
stalls.
down to a. Well, JTWC briefly puts it down to a tropical depression. Around here, I think.
I can see why.
And then.
And it refires convection again.
It's coming.
Typical.
I mean, there's
Yeah, just
nothing
just been
left. You,
exposed as well. Yeah, and then suddenly, it's back.
It's back. It just comes back.
God damn it.
It's still in the
Just
same
like-
place it was 2 days earlier.
That'll
and then
be
it moves
fun
through
to watch
Japan
on
with
the
surface
animation.
observations
Forming an
verifying.
eye.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
tries. It tries. I think it got 65 miles an hour at this point.
That will be fun to watch on the animation.
Yeah, just sits in the
Yes.
same place for 2.5 days. And surface observations from southern Japan supported it still being a tropical storm as it passes. Not this island.
The officials
I think
have
it was
it back
declared a
there.
remnant low because its center got exposed, but it's still around 1,000 millibars at this point. Doesn't look like anything, but there's still gale force winds happening there.
And then right towards the end of Chanthu's life, I've got my screen up, Nathan, for this.
Ah,
We had the only hurricane in the East Pack. This
Oh boy.
Of course, because you animated
This
it,
time.
you have to show the animation.
I see.
Oh
Which-
right.
which this one in particular really surprised me again because at this point the NHC thought that they was going to develop, but let's skip ahead to when it developed the tropical depression. stalled there for a little bit, and the NHC continually forecasted it to go west of the Baja California Peninsula again.
Hello, Olaf.
Clearly they didn't
Yeah.
learn their. Clearly they did not learn their lesson during Nora, and Olaf continued to trend east, and we
I
all know what
don't
it
see
did.
how they can
Continues
learn
to
a
trend
lesson when your
east,
model
and,
guidance says it won't go west, won't go east. Very
makes
brief
landfall.
Category 2 peak, verified by surface observations.
And it
In
really
fact,
fell
surface
apart.
observations are a millibar or two stronger than the NHC put it.
And there's Thomas showing the satellite.
Yep.
Quite
Mm.
impressive for a storm with marginal conditions moving upland.
Oh, but
And
how
would
it
be-
disintegrated afterwards.
Yes, it got wrecked, and then it would actually be the last Pacific hurricane in over a month. in the basin.
Hooray! Ain't that great, Ethan?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What
And then
point
we
now?
ha-
We're only in the first 8 days. So, what was the
Yes,
next
and-
system?
It actually was a surprise one, which everyone was not expecting under any circumstances. We had an area of interest in the Bay of Campeche, which was going to develop eventually. That everyone thought, would
Oh, I
become
remember.
Mindy. But then this weird area of interest forms off in the Gulf of Mexico. It speeds off towards the northeast. Radar supports a closed circulation, and boom, tropical storm Mindy is born.
And 50-mile-an-hour surface observations with it trying to form an eye.
Mindy.
Which we had. I don't know how that happened so
Cool.
If
fast.
that had had 12 more hours over water, it could have pulled a Humberto 2007.
That's enough, Kay.
But it didn't.
That would've been
Anyway,
insane.
There it
what
is.
was supposed?
God.
Oh,
Yes.
look, there's the other storm happening.
Yes,
On
the
the
other.
corner.
What was supposed to be Mindy was off to its south, made a borderline, made a very low-end tropical storm. I believe that's Larry there. I believe.
Mhm.
Made a very low-end hurricane landfall in Texas by the name of Nicholas.
Oh, it was so broad, and it was really struggling to find a center. And every time you thought it had done it, it broke and reformed another one. And it kept shifting north, south, east, west. We couldn't work out where it was or what it was going to do.
Very
The
messy.
conditions looked better, and then suddenly they were worse, and then suddenly it was outperforming the conditions, and then the conditions killed it. It couldn't make up its mind.
Until it was really right on landfall, was it?
And yeah, radar kept showing it trying and trying and trying and trying, and then right as it gets to landfall, Recon goes, you know what, this has managed to do it. And it holds for
It wasn't.
a couple of
wasn't-
hours, and then it just falls apart.
It wasn't Recon that got the hurricane estimates, Kay. It was actually surface observations.
Well, I remember tracking it at the time, and Recon went in, and we went, the NHC can go 70 or 75, either one works fine.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna
I
say
think the
NHC
hurricane force gust came in after they called it.
I'm reading off of the discussion here at the 11 p.m. advisory on the 13th. A weather flow station at Matagorda Bay reported sustained winds of 76 miles per hour.
I remember when the advisory was going to come out, like ATCF had 70 miles an hour, so we're like, either they're going to have it at 70, but issue hurricane warnings, or they're just going to go Cat 1, and they went Cat 1.
Hey, Thomas, go back to the peak image, would you?
Nicholas.
Yeah. So there it is at peak. Interesting. A blob. So which do you think is better, Nicholas or Barry?
Nicholas for sure.
Nicholas.
Oh, Nicholas for sure.
Nicholas.
Yeah,
Nicholas
no
was a
contest
lot
there.
better than Barry.
Nicholas was better because it didn't kill anyone.
Oh.
I would say
There's an
Barry
objective
was-
analysis
I mean-
for you.
Yeah, that's a good reason as well.
Forget it,
I'm pulling up Barry, just so we can see.
Are
I
we
want
really
to-
going to have a Nicholas versus Barry debate?
Yes.
Well, we
I
already
want you to
did.
know
Michael
this was a
versus-
hurricane at the time.
Yep.
Oh
Look at
dear.
that.
Oh, that's just
With it
scrambled
partially
eggs.
exposed circulation.
Not
That's
great.
a hurricane.
No, it's not. That's a tropical storm.
It's a hurricane when it hits, as it moves
Yeah.
over land.
Right about there, it's a hurricane. Right
No,
about
okay.
It became a
There is the
hurricane
sensor.
with a partially exposed circulation.
Okay, you know
It
what?
was a
Shmup?
hurricane
Hold on.
for 10
I'm
minutes.
pulling up the TCR. We are going to find out when this thing becomes a hurricane so that you can have a proper look at it.
Let's ask the chat, which one's better, Barry or Nicholas?
Oh, we could
Becomes
do
a
a poll.
hurricane at 12Z on the 13th.
Should we do a
It
poll?
becomes
12Z
a
each one.
hurricane. at
I
12
think we
zone
should.
13.
I don't know how to make polls
Right
on
there.
here.
That is a hurricane right there, supposedly.
Oh, there it is.
I'm not familiar with how to either.
Look at that.
Right.
They are both
Full
blobby.
hurricane.
Anyway, this will spark a lot of discussion. I'm going to call it as it should be. But during Nicholas, we had post-tropical cyclone Odette.
Odette was briefly tropical.
Oh, was
I think it was a tropical cyclone for 3 hours, and those 3 hours ended when they cooled it, and then they held it for a day.
Right, let's have a look.
I think they actually moved it earlier and halved the time it was alive in the TCR. But they still had it alive for too long, in my opinion. But the person who called it on the day and the person who made the report said that its overall circulation was closed, despite the fact there were multiple small cloud swirls inside of it. I think they argued they were weak mesovortex features, and therefore, since the overall center was closed, it counted. But it looked very, very odd.
Yes.
I'd like to say to everyone that the poll is in the live chat now. 46 of you have voted. There are 88 of
Already?
you watching. So the rest of you, get on it. Use your voice.
Right, mate.
Drive Hurricane
well, it's-
Barry
I
into
mean-
the ground.
It's pretty much been decided. 84%, no, 82% said Nicholas. So
Barry has a defense, though. There are people standing by Barry.
Barry does have a defense. It had more convection.
Yeah.
And then during like right after Odette was alive, we had Peter and Rose, which were two huge disappointments.
Rose
Yeah.
was forecast to be a Category 2, I think, and it didn't even get to mid-range tropical storm.
Sounds
50
like
miles an hour.
sounds like some Super Cyclone Challenge
Mid-range up to
contestants.
60.
That sounds a lot like
Oh.
what Wilfred was supposed
Oh,
to
sorry,
do.
I didn't realise Jonesy was here. Sorry, Jonesy.
Jonesy
Hello
just
there.
joined, I think.
Welcome, Jonesy.
And then during
not the-
That's
Peter,
another Ryan in the call now.
Not the only one.
Well, I wasn't the only one in this call that reached 40 miles an hour, so the
Oh, be quiet.
Hey, here we go.
Yeah, but when you're tied, it's decided by who got furthest before they were reset to the amount, and Thomas got further.
Mm. So we've got 3 Ryans here now, and we've got Isaac. Hello.
Hello.
oh,
Oh, indeed.
and
That was a
During-
lovely throw.
and then sort of at the end of Peter and Rose, we had, I know what you want me to say, but I'm not going to say it. But
Huh?
we had Tropical Storm Dianmu, which
Ah.
moved into Vietnam, didn't really do anything, but it's much, much, much more impressive cousin off to its east, Mindule,
Mindalay.
165 mile an hour peak.
Mindley.
Mindalay.
A typhoon with recon, surprisingly, too, near the end of its life.
Yeah.
Although it was one of them was upper level, wasn't it?
speaking of
Hand plane going through it,
what do
and
we
they were going to press her in the 930.
Yeah, the recon went through and said this is a 930s Cat 4. And we were like, what? And that suggested that it might have been stronger earlier and that it weakened less than we expected when it completely fell apart.
Reached peak density on the 26th, early on the 26th, as a
October, November
was
20.
a
And there it is, building on the satellite imagery.
Little pinhole wrapping round rapidly.
Yeah.
Yep,
With
but then
Chan
underwent-
through fresh
underwent
our minds,
a-
we're all going, it's going to be a Chan through 2.0, but then it IRL replacement cycles, and we're going, oh, well, let's see what happens.
and then
And then it
you know
just
we were
keeps trying.
and then it keeps trying, and then all of a sudden
And
it clears out his
Yeah.
eyes because it's Cat 5
Whee,
all
there
of a
it
sudden.
is.
There it is.
Cat
There it is.
5.
There's Cat 5.
Cat 5.
Hello, Donut.
Speaking of Cat 5s,
And then
what do we think about Naito? Because that's I
Come
just
on. Don't say
Again-
that.
That's nowhere near a Category 5. And
Oh, no,
it's not part of the current
No,
discussion.
I'm asking, do we think it's going to get to a 5?
It's
I
weakening.
We'll have a bit
I-
of time
I
to talk about that in about when we've finished this, basically.
No, it's
Isaac has
improving.
an image of Mindule up right now on his screen.
Look at that
Yeah.
mega chonk eye.
That is
Hmm.
that is a beautiful storm, Isaac.
And in
One of my faves.
You're not
Yeah,
putting
this
that on
is
Guess the
the,
Storm tonight, are you?
We could for laughs if you wanted.
No, let's not.
this is our
But
new
during
Discord server icon, I think, or it was a contender for it, certainly.
Oh, was it?
Well,
we're about to
the-
have a massive discussion, folks, because
What?
during
Come on.
Mindule,
Oh, here we go.
we had here we go. We had Hurricane Sam.
But we've not finished watching Mindule yet.
Yeah, Sam.
I've not
big love
finished
African.
watching Thomas's animation yet, though.
You can finish watching
It's
that.
still going.
Yeah.
It's still going.
It's going
It's still a
alright.
typhoon with an eye crossing 30 north. Still a circular eye.
Decent.
And then it got
And
wrecked.
there it goes.
Yep.
Not far from Japan.
Luckily, it went far enough east for Tokyo to barely experience gale force winds in the coastal regions.
That was the
Well-
one that lasted ages in the Bering Sea afterwards as an X, I think.
Yeah, it just kept going round and round and round.
Well, before we talk about Sam, during Sam we had subtropical storm Teresa. Stalled for Bermuda, didn't really do anything. We also had Victor, which was a storm that tried in the main development region, then they got killed by shear.
NMP.
It
also
did
had-
try, to its credit. It did try.
Yes.
There was also another invest on the west side.
This is
that-
Sam, by the way, that I'm showing.
Here's
Yes.
Sam.
And then we also had Cyclone Gulab and Shaheen, which I imagine we'll get to. But here's Sam.
Welcome, Sam.
Now the
Small
question
thing.
is, Cat 5, yes or no?
We really don't know.
It's borderline, I'll give you that, but I wouldn't give it.
Look how small it is.
It's very
I
small.
didn't realise how small it was because I always zoomed in.
Yeah,
It's
well, that's the
tiny.
thing. We zoom in a lot these days because we've got the beautiful imagery that's extremely high resolution. We don't always,
Zoom.
we don't always realize how
Iron
small
by the
these storms
storm.
are when we look at them on live streams.
I think given the pressure that Recon was found, I think they went and they got 929 millibars.
And
Given
then they
that,
went in.
and hold on. Given that, and that the additional passes after that found a rapidly rising pressure, and with the coupled with the satellite imagery peak of the storm, in that recon gap before they got that measurement, I think that Sam was briefly a Cat 5.
Hmm.
I mean,
When looking at the
that's-
data, it's probable that it was more intense.
Hmm.
Because after we got that 929, which shocked everyone, it rose 12 millibars in 50 minutes.
That was because the eye was filling in quite quickly due to a very rapidly approaching eye replacement cycle.
It just collapsed completely because it was a
And then
small
there it
eye
is,
and lost
somehow
ability.
getting close to what it was
It's doing
at
well.
its peak, 150 miles an hour right there at its what, fourth, fifth peak? I don't know. I've lost count.
Yeah, the
It
amazing
was
fact about that
major
peak near Bermuda,
hurricane.
And then wait for it.
Still doing
Wait
well.
for it. There it
still
is.
going.
Probably a Cat 2 right there.
Well, no, it was a
Yeah.
Category 2. It's whether or not it regained major hurricane status briefly.
Could have done. Hard to tell
But,
from quickly looking
the
at that.
fact about Sam that annoys everyone is that regardless of the pressure, Recon got low wind measurements throughout its peak intensity and the two
Mhm.
missions beforehand.
Yes.
And then when it's by Bermuda, with a massive eye looking nowhere near as good, they record the highest flight level winds since Dorian.
Which I have no idea how they managed to do that.
Over 150 knots.
Cat
It was the
5.
jet interaction it was undergoing. No, Thomas, it wasn't
Cat
a Category 5
5,
because the
Cat
estimate for Mars
5,
were low.
Cat 5.
No, just
Please.
I'm just kidding.
we will unofficially estimate this to be a Cat 5.
People,
Or I
lots
will.
of people have. I think it's honestly, it could go either way in the NHC analysis. We know they're going to go at least 135. because
We're
that's
still
what
talking
you
about
get
Sam,
with
right?
29 millibars.
Correct.
Yeah.
Talking about
At
me?
least 135 knots because that's what you get with 929.
All right, let's ask the viewers.
Oh no.
But
So I'm gonna probably say
a better
Cyclone.
question is that I think would spark more discussion even is the next storm, which was Gulab Shaheen. Was that two separate systems or was it
No.
one system?
Definitely one. Come on.
It was renamed because it entered a new basin, like the NHC used to do with their crossovers back in the 80s.
Did it really? I thought they had it as two different systems.
Renamed because it dropped below cyclonic storm status to a deep depression or a depression or even briefly a remnant on their scale. I don't know how they
But
analyzed
it's
it.
still the North
But
Indian,
it
though.
weakened to
So
the
why
point
did they
where it
give it
wasn't
names?
nameable. It weakened to the point where it wasn't nameable, and then it left the Bay of Bengal and entered the Arabian Sea, and then re-intensified to a nameable status and was given a new name.
Why would they do that? It's the same list. That's what I don't understand. Like, why did they do that? If it's, I get that it's like the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal, but I don't understand why they gave it a new
We
name.
don't exactly know either. But then it decides to become a cyclone a tiny cyclone as it comes ashore in Oman.
Oh, there it is.
To the viewers, I'd just like to say there are 106 of you watching. Only 63 of you have voted on the poll on whether or not Sam was a Category 5. Head into the YouTube chat.
70%.
69%
Say yes.
for yes.
Nice.
31% for. Oh my goodness, Ethan.
Not nice.
I know that if it goes up, it's going down, someone says no.
You see, well.
Several people. I think people voted no just to get it away from 69%, to be perfectly honest.
You reckon?
I reckon. Oh, people are fighting back. It's going up 67.
And believe it or not, that was the last storm of September, believe it or not.
Hey, there we go.
So we're through the monthly summaries.
Fantastic. Yep. So now we've got 14 minutes where we should have been doing the Super Cyclone Challenge, but no one turned up. To talk about Thingy-Majig again. Nyato. I keep forgetting its name. Let's take a look and see some latest imagery if we can.
Here, give me just a second. I know Isaac probably can beat me to it.
What's Isaac showing us?
I was going to show Sam, but...
Well, let's take a look at your imagery of Sam.
Yeah.
Real quick, and then we can talk about Thingy.
Yeah.
I am screen sharing.
Whoever has it, I'm not searching up the Typhoon.
We'll have it at our end in a moment.
I've got it. It's actually improved in terms of that ring of -80s. So that'll be something interesting to discuss. In terms of symmetry, it's began to degrade. And on the western side, that -70s are much less robust. The gradient between the -80s and the rest of the storm have become much more substantial.
Yeah, it's not got long left before it rapidly collapses.
No, but it does look rather impressive. I think it's a solid upper end Cat 3, low end Cat 4.
Yeah.
I think it's unquestionably a Category 4. You've got to bear in mind that the winds will likely be higher than the appearance suggests because of the fact it's moving very rapidly.
It should also be noted that most objective estimates have this at anywhere from 145 to 155 miles per hour.
Well, the SATCON, I don't know why it was included in intensity estimation because it decided the RMW was half the size of the visible eye. Like it gave a positive 9 knot eye adjustment because it assumed the RMW was practically pinhole, and it's obviously not a pinhole storm.
It should be noted that we have gotten our first raw T 7.0s from ADT. Any indicator of how botched that is?
We had a raw of 7.4 with an adjusted of 7.2 earlier.
Oh yes. Oh, we did. I think to say the very least that's aggressive. If we take a look at the machine learning enhanced ADT, it has this at 130 knots, and it's holding steady at 130 knots.
That's because ADT takes the single highest point in the eye of temperature when it fixes it properly and doesn't miss completely, and then it takes the mean of the cloud tops around that point. So if you find the one positive pixel and then the ring around it is minus 78 averaged, you're going to get a very high estimate.
Well, it should be noted that the artificial intelligence enhanced ADT is a lower intensity than its actual counterpart, which is at 135 knots.
I think we can agree it's likely not that strong.
I think we can as well. I think that the floor for the storm right now is probably 125 miles an hour, and the ceiling is 150 miles an hour.
That's reasonable.
Realistically,
for its peak, I would place it around 120 knots. Maybe
yeah, that's pretty
105
reasonable.
briefly. I don't know. I haven't looked at it enough. But
Paul, I'm gonna restart my PC. We're back.
when all agencies went T6.5, you mean there's not a lot the people can do with that data other than follow the consensus. I mean, technically, they were 5 knots below the consensus.
Yeah.
Right, now let's see what Ethan's doing.
He is playing Rocket League. Also, hi, I'm back from work.
Hello,
He
Alfiria.
acknowledged my existence, so...
Ethan's
Hello.
failing there.
Ethan is losing.
Yo, Ethan.
We're not going to vote to
Wanna
concede. What do you
1v1
want
me?
about?
He's not very
I mean, we
good at
can.
Rocket League.
Ethan lost to someone with 69 in their name.
Ooh.
Whoa!
That's
Yo,
a bit
Ethan.
bad.
Ethan, you want to 1v1 me?
How is it not in? Sorry, what?
And there's a lot
You
more
want
of
to
this.
1v1 me?
There'll be a
I
lot
don't
more
know.
of this going on during the Force for Good stream at the weekend on Saturday. You can already, the donation page is already set up, sort of. We've got to put more graphics and stuff on. But if you want to have a look at it, force13.com/forceforgood will take you to our Tiltify page. This year we are raising money for direct relief in the aftermath and recovery of the Haiti earthquake, which occurred in August. That's going to be our cause this year.
Real quick, I would like to say right now that due to my own funds, I will not be able to donate to the Force for Good because I had this brilliant idea of let me spend $200 on plush dolls for my coworkers as gifts.
All right. So there we have it. Let's take some more questions. Start your message with Force 13 all in text. Do you think Teratai was a tropical cyclone?
Yes.
That's
Like,
quite.
there was one.
Yeah, quite clear. And I think it only lost TC status this morning, really. After Bomb said it had lost it at any rate. But there we go. Ethan's enjoying himself. And Thomas Schwent, what are you doing now? Ah, we're looking at Nyato there.
Yes, I've just been doing some analysis on the storm, and I have to say that the general consensus seems to be hovering around 125 knots.
God.
So that would probably be my current intensity for the storm, would be around
Outrageous.
125 knots. Given my
115.
subjective take. My subjective take is that this storm is a minimal Cat 4. But when I combine my subjective analysis with objective analysis, which is what I've always done, I get a substantially higher intensity due to the fact that objective analysis has been pretty high with this, likely due to the inflated cloud tops due to the high tropopause in the Westpac right now. And, yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say.
115, and that's my final offer.
115 knots.
A question. Oh, sorry.
I said, let's fly a plane to it in Flight Sim and see
Yeah,
what
well,
it says.
yeah, why not? I can't do that though. A question: was Linda a TC near Hawaii?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, but it wasn't Hone, so like...
Another question here, which might be interesting. If you were to do another version of a Westpac animation, which year would you do?
2016, probably.
So
should do 2013 V3.
We already did that one.
Did we?
No, we've done V2. We just did V2 a little bit ago.
We need to do, obviously 2013 again.
2017
if,
V3.
I mean, I'd be willing to animate 2016 version 2 if people would want it. But of course, that wouldn't be on my high priority list right now because I'm the only one to use pack.
Yes, your
if I
priority
may.
list is Rocket League.
1961. Or is that planned?
Westpac.
Yeah,
That would be a good one to do. I wouldn't mind doing that one because I've got loads of Nancy pictures.
Which one?
Nancy, the year of Nancy, 1961.
I've got 1962 on my list, Thomas.
That's another decent one. Karen. Another one that has a lot of nice pictures.
I was thinking.
Yeah, but did it want to see the manager for those pictures?
Oh dear.
Well, you knew that one was coming, Kay. I mean, the 60s were a fascinating time for the Western and the 50s.
And the North Atlantic.
I suppose so. I mean,
So many intense storms in places we haven't seen one since.
Yeah, I mean, you got to feel. When will that kind of period come back? And is there a particular thing that we've been missing that's not allowed
Since Alan, Anita, and Beulah, there hasn't been a Category 5 in the Western Gulf of Mexico. And Texas has had an abnormally long period until Harvey of no major hurricanes. No Category 4s more specifically.
There was Brett as well of 99.
That weakened to a minimal Category 3 before it struck the middle of nowhere and caused very little impacts.
But out there was a strong Cat 4.
One of the trends that I've noticed over the past couple of years, whenever the storms try to get there and then form, like we saw this with Hannah last year, I believe, is that
Hannah
these
was just
storms.
the wrong time of year. If it had been a month later, it would have been a Category 3 plus.
I mean, I'd also say that like they just don't have the time, because a lot of storms
have the time, but they don't form with the right conditions, or they form with the right conditions and don't form in the right place, or they just don't form at the right time of year. There are plenty of storms that could have become very intense if they'd happened at a different time of year. And I think it's just random chance over a long period of variation. I think we had a very intense period where a lot of tropical cyclones struck Texas, and then a gap, and then another period with a lot of tropical cyclones in the Western Gulf, and then another gap, and now we seem to be starting to get a bit more activity in that part of the world.
More good questions, one at a time, I'm afraid, though. How about a 1997 Westpac version 3?
What?
Some rumblings about that.
Rumblings, you hear that?
Year with 10 Category 5s?
It depends who you ask.
Not more.
Yeah, 10 or 11, maybe.
I think someone's trying to or wants to animate that. I'll have to follow that up.
Is it possible that the 1938 New England hurricane made landfall as a Category 4?
It is not possible.
Well, that's that then. Let's see what else. Do you think
if I may,
Rayoni was 80 miles per hour? I certainly don't.
Nathan, it had a T7.5 presentation with an almost closed infrared eye wall.
What?
Did you say a T7.5?
Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
I meant 75 knots.
Oh,
no.
Oh dear.
Busy Cave strikes again.
No way.
Well, you heard it here first.
155 knot Southern Pacific.
Now you're saying Pacific.
Southern Atlantic.
Oh no!
No, Thomas.
Oh no.
I think it's high
What's
time.
next? It's gonna be in the Arctic Ocean.
It's high time that we cut away. Oh, go on, Kay. You got one more thing to say?
Yes. I would just like to thank the 3 very kind people who, between them, bought 4 pieces of Force 13 merchandise this evening.
Wow.
Oh.
Even I didn't
What
know
have I
about
got?
that.
Just, I got a message in our merch logging channel, and it says there's been 4 items bought at 3 different times over the last 6 hours.
Crikey. There's just been another question there, which is very important that I answer. What happened to the hypo contest that we haven't heard anything about results? Okay, I'll tell you everything you need to know about that. The hypo contest was won by the phone expert. Won the contest. It's been animated and it is going to air tomorrow night. I think that's going to be a live airing, and then it will be just uploaded straight away onto the main channel. I think that will be, I don't know, it'll be around the time the 2017 Atlantic, which is also out tomorrow night.
Main or extra or something? Or...
Pardon?
Main or extra?
On the main channel, yes.
Oh.
Alright then, now let's take a look at some of our team interviews, and at the top of the next hour, we'll have Guess the Storm.
I am Walter Yun from Hong Kong. Most people don't know how to pronounce my surname correctly, because when people usually talk about Hong Kong, it usually relates to China, and they usually pronounced my name in the Mandarin form, like Yuan, and I don't mind, but if people would like to use my real pronunciation, which is Yun, that would be pretty nice. But just call me Walter, it's alright. I am currently 17 years old and preparing for my public exam. When I was 11, I watched the 2013 Westpac animation. Frankly, it was bad, but it's already quite good. But the storms is not what I was into. It was the music that I was into. But in terms of the storms, I watched my first video about, I guess it was Hurricane Douglas in last year. And that's when I rediscovered Force 13 and started really tracking worldwide tropics. Actually, meteorology was always my interest. I've always wanted to be familiar with what happens in the weather and in, of course, in the tropics, because Hong Kong is a seaside location, and we usually got hit by some typhoons once or twice a year. So, and when I discovered Force 13, it was like, wow, there's a channel specifically for that. So, and so yeah, I straight jumped right in, and I started joining the community. Like, if I remember, I started to join the Discord server in June last year, and I became a moderator on September, and then a contributor on November. So in 2021, we had a lot of newcomers for videos, and I was one of them, obviously. When I make my first video on Compass, if I remembered, I made it. The duration of it was like 2 hours, which is very long. Like, when the time it was uploaded to YouTube, it was already outdated. But it got really good comments, so I continued. And because Compass was affecting Hong Kong, so maybe I can try to have a little more familiarization with the storm, so I can make some more videos about them. And ultimately, it became a typhoon, and then I make the second update, which was actually quite good as well. And Rick, in terms of the difficulty, I don't think it's quite hard. The hard thing is about the narrating, since I'm not a native English speaker. My accent was actually not quite good, and I may have stuttered, and well, I have re-recorded it a lot of times. I have recorded it for like about an hour and a half for a 5-minute video. So I guess it's hard, but it's going easier. There are actually many times that I feel very happy. Like more recently in the Force 13 Sundays when Nelson set his garden on fire. You can imagine what happens after that. I like watching no. I like watching dramas, like TV shows, specifically sci-fi videos, like sci-fi films like Doctor Who or Star Trek or something. And when I was the director of the drama team of my school. I guess that's a little achievement.
Hi, I'm Elliot Fossler here, and I am the sound director for Force 13, and I've been working with Force 13 since 2019, I believe. The first time I came on stream was during Damien in 2020, and I've been serving as sound director since, I think, the summer of 2020. And I just really like to make music, I guess. I think I first saw Force 13's Hurricane season animations for, I think it was either the 2017 or 2018 Hurricane season. And it looked like a really cool thing, so... And I found the Discord server in like early 2019, so that's when I started becoming more involved with the project, I'd say. I really liked tracking the weather. I still do, of course. And it just seemed like a really cool project, so I figured if I could contribute like music, for example. I've also always been into music, so that's why I guess I'm the sound director now, I guess. Oh, I think it was generally a pretty positive community. There are a lot of people here who come from a wide range of places and knowledges, which I think is always really cool. Like, it's always really cool just to get to know people from all sorts of places over the world, and yeah, learning about weather together is also a really good part of this community, I think. There's a lot of knowledgeable people here. There's a lot of people who are not quite as knowledgeable but are ready to learn, and I think that's what makes it so great, is that we all can learn and grow together. I think one of the more defining moments was probably either a live storm coverage of Laura or storm coverage for the Bassfield tornado that hit Bassfield, Mississippi last year. Both of those, I think, were moments where I felt like I was making a difference and doing good work. The lore coverage, I remember it was freshman year at my dorm. I was staying up late at night. I just finished my math homework. Everybody was talking about it in the meteorology class that I was in, though. It was a really hot topic. Nobody knew how strong it would get. Like, I was talking with my friends on campus, like, some were saying Cat 3, some were saying Cat 5, and it was just an incredible storm to track. Like, and it was just a crazy experience being able to share my thoughts on the storm and what I've been learning live on stream. So my music, I've been trying to get more and more advanced in my music production, so that's always been kind of fun. learning new things about synthesizers and production in general has always been fun. And I guess I'll just mess around and see where I take it. I've actually did pep band this year for Penn State, so that's been kind of a fun thing. Been playing at some of the volleyball games as the sousaphone player. A few of the basketball games too. Hoping to graduate from Penn State by 2024. Don't know if I'll go for any additional degrees, maybe. But yeah, I definitely want to do something with tropical meteorology as a career.
Well, hello. I'm Joey. I'm from the southeastern part of England. How did I end up here? Well, I started off with joining the public server after discovering 413 on Twitter. It was actually, it wasn't YouTube. But I've always had an interest in meteorology, and was one of the places where many other people were interested in meteorology. So I thought, hey, let's give it a go. Let's try the Discord server that they had. And I joined, and I was amazed with how well built the server was, how organized it was. And I remember the first system that I tracked in the 413 server was Tropical Cyclone Ana in the Southern Pacific. And I think it was about 2 months I was in that server. I was getting to know the people. I was just blending in with the community, and then I think it was Tropical Storm Deshen, where I saw a lot of 413's work. And that was when I really started wanting to get involved. And then around March, I DM'd Nathan and got into the contributor hub, and now here I am. Yes, it was more helping out with social media that motivated me quite a bit to join in, and as well as at live events was something that I really wanted to get involved in. I went through the YouTube channel looking at some of the previous live events that 413 did, especially when it came to obviously we know how that went. And it was really that motivated me, the professionalism that I saw on the live events, and actually how much it actually got information across to people. And I was like, wow, I really want to be a part of that. Yeah, well, obviously I am from the UK, and I really felt as if the UK and Ireland channel was somewhere where I could contribute most to, especially since when it came to windstorms that we would be covering in the future, because windstorms were the thing that really sparked my interest in meteorology. When I first started looking into those quite a bit, and I think that was the first thing that I really studied when I was in meteorology, so extratropical cyclones and things like that. I think, in general, some of the 413 Sunday calls that we do in the public server, although they can get quite chaotic and just a bit, a bit loud, it's always fun to interact with the whole community in one single voice channel where we're all talking about our interests, talking about each other, and just having fun, really. And so those voice calls are probably one of my favorite parts of being here. Well, outside of weather, I'm really involved in politics and law. That's something that I am quite interested in as well. I'm currently taking a GCSE course in politics, which is going quite well, thankfully. In the future, I do see myself in the field of, but I maybe see myself also helping out across the globe in disaster zones. That's something that I really wanted to do, like volunteering work. So those things mainly. I think if you are someone who is interested in meteorology and or graphic making, video making, and even so video music pieces and things like that. I really think that the 413 Contributor Hub is a place where you can really get started on that. It's an amazing community, it's accepting, and it's education. If you want to start learning more about meteorology, then I believe that the 413 Contributor Hub is a good place to go to.
Hi, I'm Christian. I found Force 13 through coverage of Hurricane Laura in 2020, so I'm still fairly new here. I did previously watch some animations prior to that, though. Notable ones being the 2017 Atlantic hurricane season. Who could forget that one? I'm 22. I'm 22 years old. And I lead the video productions for Force 13. Well, I joined the Discord server. Then there was a voice call at one point, and then I get a DM from you, Nathan. It's still here somewhere. It's like oh, I can't find it now. It's not loading. But it was along the lines of we're looking for coverage on the UK side of things, and obviously glad to have more Brits on board as well. So yeah, and then at one point there was an announcement in that Discord server saying they're looking for more video producers, and that's how I got into the contributor hub. And did my first Storm update with who could forget Epsilon, and especially that one moment that ended up going in the blooper reel. But and yeah, and then obviously I'm like that for a few months, and then the board calls me in for full membership, leading the Force 13 video team, and that's where I am now. It was very daunting, but over time, you get used to it. Not that I do a lot as the lead anyway, but just saying that. It's mainly Xavier, the poor soul, who has to deal with these plan of the days and everything. That should be me though, but unfortunately I'm busy most days. Well, this doesn't really fall under my umbrella, but the surrogate animation that I did felt really important, obviously because of how notable a storm that was. And yeah, I'm pleased with its progress. Normally, I'm the type of person who hates my own voice, which I'm sure many people do, but yeah, I was honestly surprised to see that the viewers liked me. And then so I kept delivering, and wow, they don't hate me yet. Yeah, so there was the I forget what it was, but it was on Minecraft. It was like beat the game within a set amount of time, which we never did. And so I had a bucket of ice water thrown over me by my brother. But hey, it's all for charity, so it's all good. I like gaming. That's the whole reason why that was there, by the way. And, yeah, I obviously do. I have a day job which I spend most of my time doing. Really, it's good fun, except when it's not. But and I like going to see friends.
I'm Xavier Burns. I have a lot of roles within Force 13, between being the graphics lead, and the regional US lead, as well as the assistant animation lead and assistant video production lead. And I also happen to be a public server moderator as well. I think 2012 was kind of like the big initiation of my interest because there was so much that went on between a tornado outbreak that happened here, followed by a derecho that same month, and then a few or a few months later, we had Hurricane Sandy here. And I think after Sandy, I'm like, okay, I think I'm starting to get interested into this. Well, during 2015, we were moving here to Winthicum, and it just so happened that a storm named Joaquin was trying to come over here. The cone kept on shifting westward, and we were in the cone for a Category 2, if I remember correctly, which was not something you see commonly in Maryland. So I'm like, okay, since I don't understand the National Hurricane Center forecast that well, since, I was 11 at the time, I'm gonna go on YouTube and see what there is. And that's where I found Force 13 with the Joaquin update. I thought it was pretty well done. I mean, of course, it's gotten a lot better since then. I mean, 2015, there was a lot different back then. But the updates were really well done. I really didn't I was completely oblivious about a Discord server until, like, 2019, so that was kind of, part of it. Um, I think the reason I started wanting to join, I think I was 14 at the time, and, I was wanting to do more with hurricanes because, of course, I wanted to turn the interest, into an actual thing I'm working with, and, considering the fact that there was, contributors and all that stuff going on, people were talking to about it, I wanted to see if I could use my, skills in terms of, uh, Force 13. Well, no, of course, there was a pretty decent hiatus, for me because I really didn't come back or really be active in general until December of 2020, so I've really only been back and actually being in action, for 11 months as of this recording here, and needless to say, I really didn't expect it. I mean, I did a whole lot. I mean, especially with this, Southern Hemisphere season, and, that's when I got little rumors that I was being considered for, a full member status, and I'm like, "Okay, it's probably gonna be about, animation because that's what I do the most," and surprise, surprise, it ended up being graphics instead, and then it just became one after another, and I was extremely surprised because this all happened within pretty much a month, between April and May, so, it's been an honor that I've been able to, serve these roles, and help a lot with 2021's production because, of course, it's been a long year, just like it was a long year last year. I think some of my favorite moments, um, I think a lot of them has to be with Thomas, to be completely honest. I think Thomas and I just have that little, love-hate relationship in terms of a feud style. Um, it just happens to be that way. Constantly antagonizing Kay with bets, which she has lost. That has been another one. And I think the fact that I've pretty much become half of a meme at this point with some of my choices and actions. Of course, in terms of funny moments, Shut Up John always takes the cake. I mean, you can't really get much better than that. Um, but in terms of like this year and last year, I think our coverage on Ida was definitely something I was proud of. I mean, I was part of the graveyard shift on that. That was 5.5 long, excruciating hours, watching it rapidly intensify, unfortunately. And 2020, you guys did an extremely great job with all the majors that we had to deal with. I mean, you guys were faced with such long and difficult tasks between all the majors. I mean, you had Laura, Ada, Iota, you had Goni. I mean, you had so many major systems that you had to deal with. Thankfully, the late season this year has been the complete opposite, but still, um, I think we've been pulling out some big coverage, some really valuable coverage on the biggest storms the last 2 years, for sure. At this point, I'm now in my senior year of high school. Somehow I've been managing my time between that and Force 13 pretty well because my grades are pretty much superb, so that's pretty good. As of right now, I have been pretty much playing tennis as an extracurricular activity. Recently finished my fall season and was pretty much undefeated the entire time, so go me on that one. In terms of what I have for the future, I do graduate in May 2022, and I do plan on going to college for meteorology, of course. And as of right now, I'm eyeing on Virginia Tech as my college to go to. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, at this point, Force 13 has become a large portion of my life outside of school. So, I mean, I do take breaks for myself. I have pretty good friends who have actually supported me in my interests, so that has been pretty valuable. Um, and of course, Force 13 is its own community too. It's kind of become a second family in a way. So it's really been an honor to be here this long.
Daniel Hudson, pleasure to be with you once again after quite a while away. One of the founding members of the Force 13 team back in 2015. How did that feel at the time? Did it feel like it was the start of something special?
I suppose, in a way, yeah.
And what led you to do that?
There's mostly...
No, keep going.
Mostly because I saw potential in the project and I wanted to become a part of it, really.
And I know a lot of it was because you knew me and we were good friends.
Yeah.
I'd like to think we still are, by the
Mhm.
way. But back then, did you see yourself doing a lot in terms of our actual content, which was the storms? You were on our first ever live event.
Yeah, I remember that. They were a good laugh, those live events. I didn't really contribute a lot of content, really, because I didn't really think it was my kind of forte, but I still enjoyed being part of the videos when I did take part in them, and I like being on the Skype chat rooms as well, and later Discord. That was good.
Now, do you remember the early days, that first live stream that we did on Cyclone Marcia with Michael Scott and you and I?
Yeah.
For 3 hours we held that together somehow.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah. And I think it was the one where Michael made a joke about Sandy or something being like a SpongeBob character or something, which I found quite amusing. But I think, was it the one where we had like an actual live stream of of footage from the actual thing as it was unfolding. But yeah, I remember that.
So we've been doing this for a long time, longer than a lot of people think, and there's more people involved than what people think as well. But Daniel, your background and how's your life changed over that period of 6 years?
It's changed quite a lot because now I'm living in my own place, which I moved into earlier this year. I'd say as a whole I'm a lot more confident as a person, which is helped by the job I do at the moment. But yeah, I think I've definitely become a lot more confident when dealing with people. I guess that's the main thing I've found, among others.
Did you have favourite members back when you were really active on Force 13?
Well, the team definitely had its fair share of characters. We had people like Craig Fisher, who was, I'd say, definitely passionate about the project. We also had Michael Scott, who I believe has now become an accomplished bus driver, which, I wouldn't mind doing that job myself. We've also got, who can forget, Steve and Danny Vilches. I think they were some of the first people who engaged with me in the Skype chat room. It's just a pity we've sort of lost track of them now. They seem to have disappeared into thin air.
Now, they were kids at the time. What was the first thing they said to you?
They're a bit rude, to be honest. Yeah, they're a bit rude. Hopefully they've got a bit more mature now, as they've grown older. Obviously, people are a lot different when they're kids, and yeah, I hope they don't feel too embarrassed by what I've just said. I hope they're doing well in life and hopefully matured.
Now, you were still part of loads of moments as well. You took part in game shows, you were part of all of our big streams. I think you did some New Year's with us. You were on all of our fun stuff. What would you say was the most fun moment, or maybe funny moment?
The one moment that sticks out is probably the time Michael Scott fell asleep while we were doing a game show, and I think that instantly led to me winning the actual show. And I think he woke up about 10 minutes later and was just absolutely out of it. I just found it really amusing.
It was funny,
yeah,
definitely. John shouted, "Michael!" And of course, the Tango incident, that's going to be around for centuries. It is very old news now, but do you want to recount that one more time for the record?
I kind of respond. Basically, I kind of like, I wouldn't say I overly hijacked the event, but I started playing some stupid, like, some silly soundboards down my microphone whilst the event was taking place, and Michael got a bit agitated. He wasn't very happy with this and got a bit flustered, which led to him knocking over a can of Tango onto his keyboard. I think he dropped his webcam as well, so we got a good view of under his desk for most of the video, and he used a bit of colourful language as well, I remember, so that was certainly unforgettable.
Very colourful. I just forgot what my next question was going to be just then. Well, actually, even though you've not been very active in recent years now, it must be, 2 years since you were properly active, would you say?
I think so, yeah.
But, partly because of me, I keep telling people about your legend that lives on beyond Force 13, and a lot of people are, treat you like some mysterious god out there somewhere, and I think I'm not sure you understand how popular you still are in the Force 13 community. How does that make you feel?
Well, to be honest, I don't understand why, because I've not really done anything particularly special. I've not sworn on any live streams or done anything too outrageous. But if people want to hold me in some kind of high regard, then they're free to do so. I wouldn't say no to maybe a few gifts every so often.
Hey, you come out with some good one-liners though sometimes in arguments.
So that's true, yeah.
That's something I know you for very well. You can be savage at times. It's really funny when people deserve it. But, I've got to ask this question. Is there any chance you'll be coming back? Force 13 gaming, we do a lot of that now. Would you consider?
I'll definitely have a think about it. I've not really been doing many gaming videos, but I did get a bit into live streaming, so I might see about taking part in that again, perhaps.
And how's that stupid hole in Dark Souls treating you?
I'm still falling into it.
Thanks very much for chatting to us, Daniel. It's been great to see you once again.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. And that was the team interviews part 3, and that cut off very oddly there. We're back with our team once again, and now it's the moment that a lot of people have been waiting for. We did sort of a less formal version of it last night. I suppose this won't be much more formal, to be honest. It's Guess the Storm. I tell you what, shall we keep the score that we ended with last night and keep going from there?
Sure.
Alright, well that's the viewers helped out then. It's Team 11, viewers 16. There we go.
I don't see why we couldn't.
Well, there it is. So, Guess the Storm about to begin. The thing is, I've not had time to gather any storms. So, I'm having to throw it to some of our friends here, and I think Isaac is the most resourceful one out of any of us. Isaac, tell us any idea what we've got in store tonight?
Well, we got strat level quality images, and we got 4K resolution images, and we have hair pullers, and we got really easy ones.
Blimey.
So kind of a mixed bag here.
That must only be a good thing.
I'm gonna.
Go
ahead.
if you want, Nathan.
Sorry?
I've got some if you want it.
Yeah, well the thing is, are you screen sharing it?
I can, but I can also send it over to you if you'd like.
No, I don't want things sent to me, because the thing is, when I'm on this screen, I can't navigate to where you've sent me the thing.
You can send them to me, and I can put them on.
Yeah, you can send them over to Isaac. And if anyone knows Isaac on Discord, then you can send him some storm images as well, because we've got a whole hour here.
I'll send you the correct storm as well, Isaac.
Invalid nickname at 4887 on Discords. But anyways, you guys ready for the first storm image?
Now, just a minute. Tropical Cyclone 100 just said the Force 13 account is being weird again. Now, my hands are free. It's not me doing anything on the Force 13 account. I rarely actually post anything under the name. So it isn't me, whatever's going on over there.
Is really anyone surprised?
Okay, Isaac, whenever you're ready.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1.
Now, there will be about an 8-second delay because of how things are with things reaching YouTube. So, go, team.
I have got nothing.
Olaf 2015.
This is an image from Ken.
It's older
Olaf
than
2015.
It's got to be older.
So it's probably Western Pacific.
Has it been
This is Olaf
edited?
2015.
Yeah, yeah, Ken edited it slightly.
To make it look old?
Yeah.
Is it
Great.
Olaf
Yeah,
2015 though?
He was being especially difficult with the guess the storm images, and no, it's not Olaf.
Ethan, you've asked that 4 times. I think you would have been told the first or second time if it was correct.
A big, well, not really a big hint, but a hint nonetheless. This did peak as a Category 5, and this was not at its peak intensity.
Right,
Jebby
let's name everything
2018.
applied sequentially, starting in 1910.
We already got the correct answer from Jason
Man
Michael.
Crook?
It's Boba 2012.
Oh.
Oh.
Alrighty.
I can see that resemblance.
Yeah,
I
this
saw
is
the
Boba.
Philippines on the left there. I was trying to think.
Yeah, it's Boba 2012. During the night, taken by a VIIRS polar satellite pass.
Clever.
At night. So, up and let's go to the next storm here in 3, 2, 1.
What on earth?
That is
All right.
a chunky storm.
Yeah.
A big boy.
Hagibis 2019.
No.
At Sarni 2015.
Jangmi 2008.
No. Very good, very, very good guess, Ethan, but that's not it. Ethan, you're already like really close here.
Sipat of 2007.
Nope.
Nida of 2009.
Nope.
Was there a Sudalore that year?
Probably.
Well, yeah. Wouldn't have been strong, though.
Another Category 5 peak tropical cyclone here, too.
I would assume
Is this Jellowatt 2012?
Nope.
Sanba 2012? Same year?
Nope. Let me go back to my thing again so I can see.
Is this Maggie 2010?
No.
No, it wasn't Maggie.
What was the storms you said earlier, Nathan?
I can't.
Yeah,
you said Nina 2009. I know that was one of them.
And
no, that's not it.
Sipat of
Was it
2007.
Choi-Wan?
Is it Lupit 2009?
Correct, Ethan. It is Lupit
Oh my
2009.
goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
I was close with that.
Yes.
Andrew 1 got it also at the same time.
Wow.
Also, it's a point each. Wait, we're continuing the score from previously?
Because
I guess
Ethan
so.
said yes.
I didn't hear that.
Well, Ethan said yes on behalf.
Ethan!
Yep.
We wanted to reset.
Nobody
Ethan-
answered, so what do you want me to do?
Ethan volunteered to start you with a 5-point disadvantage. Yes.
Nobody answered. What do you want me to do?
Just how
My
high
God,
pitched
that
can you get?
tone. You sound like Marcel here. You're scaring me. All right.
Ethan, you expected a 6-point deficit to start off with when we're already at a disadvantage.
Whenever you're all ready for the next storm.
I think we're ready.
Certainly.
Okay. And this is another one coming up from Ken. And 3, 2, 1.
Can't be good. Oh. Okay.
Oh, that looks straight out of the 70s.
Alright, let's try Aoki then.
Nope.
Florence 2018.
Nope.
But it must,
This storm did not officially peak as a Category 5.
must be
Right.
Westpac.
Officially suggests
Anything.
Yeah. And then this storm was very, very notable as well. Another very notable one. It wasn't an out-to-sea storm whatsoever.
Oh, well, that's...
Oh.
Hurricane
Was
Ike.
this...
Nope.
Was this Fan Phone 2014?
Mm-mm. Incorrect.
I just don't know enough about West Pacific typhoons.
I want to give you
I
a
feel
better
like I
hint.
should
This occurred from the 2000s to present. In terms of years.
So it's not a 70s storm, even though it looks like
Is this
it.
Neo Jury 2014?
Nope.
Did think of
Decent
that.
guess, though.
Think of storms.
Again, Category 4 peak happened from 2000 to 2021, between that time frame.
Sulik 2013.
Nope. The storm did obviously impact the land, and it was extremely notable during its respective season.
Extremely notable.
Utor
Yes.
2013.
No. Yeah, this storm was
Usagi.
big when it happened. Nope.
Big when it happened.
Haven't seen the correct answer. Haven't seen the correct answer in the comments either. So
Rogue of
everybody
2011?
stumbled.
Big
Nope.
when it happened.
Very cryptic.
I'll just say Fito of 2013.
Nope. I could narrow it down to more basins if you want.
Sure.
I swear if it's not the Westpac.
Yeah, this is not a Pacific storm.
Oh!
Oh!
So this is an Atlantic storm.
Ivan 2004.
Nope.
Not a Fat Cat 5. Fabian of
Not a Cat
03.
5. Nope.
Don't tell
Again,
me it's in the Indian Ocean.
It's not. It's not a Pacific storm, and I'm not gonna confirm or deny if it's a North Indian or a Atlantic at this time.
Oh no.
Yeah, oh. Hurricane Irene.
Nope. Narrow it down even
Ooh,
further.
was this Chapala 2015?
Ooh,
Correct. Ethan got it
had
correct.
that
It's
look,
Chapala 2015.
It did.
Alright, I'm gonna go eat. So I'll be
Well
back
done.
What?
Well done to you.
Chapala?
Yeah, Chapala 2015 peaked as
Cat
a
5
155.
Now I
force
see
analysis.
it. Now I see it.
Yep, and that's why I'm saying extremely notable, because it was extremely notable for its basin.
Well, I didn't think that was extremely notable.
And it was followed by right behind by Meg.
And that's
It was
why I
a
don't
strong-
think it was extremely notable.
I suppose a borderline Category 5 in the Arabian Sea is always notable at the time.
Yeah. So the next one here, let me find it.
Especially when it makes it to Yemen as a hurricane equivalent system.
Okay. Next storm coming up in 3, 2, 1.
Huh.
That's a pretty storm, but
that
it's
looks
not
older.
got the most incredible resolution.
It looks older, that one.
Hugo 1989.
No.
Doubt.
Igor 2010.
Nope.
It's not Alicia, is it?
No.
Sandra 2015?
No.
Earl 2010. By chance?
Very good guess, but that's not it.
Very good guess.
This was not a Western Pacific storm.
It's not Jose, is it?
I think we would.
No.
I would know if it were Jose.
Is this Hurricane Luis 1995?
Nope, but I could see where it could come to that.
Bill 2009?
Nope, another good one.
Low resolution
Edwards,
might mean
96.
Low resolution might mean it's small. So Hurricane Sam.
No.
Hurricane.
Amethyst got it right. It's
Oh.
Hurricane Michael 2012.
Oh.
That's
Damn.
Michael?
That's a fair one.
Yeah, Michael 2012.
Amethyst got it right. Whose team are they on?
We should
let's
ask
see.
them. What
We
team are
need
you
to
on?
know.
What team you are?
We'll wait to hear back from Amethyst. Tick tock, tick
He's
Playing
playing for
for
the viewers.
viewers? Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
No!
That
The
sucks.
betrayal.
Wow.
That sucks.
Get out your pitchforks.
We're gonna have to start forcing all contributors to be for our team, no matter what they're doing.
Ooh. You hear that?
Because we've got too many people against us. If our team starts fighting against us, we're never going to win one of these.
Fair point.
It's like golf. When you have an unfair match, you give one side a massive advantage until it's a fair game.
I've sent you in 2 Isaacs.
Yeah, see that. Isaacs.
Two Isaacs.
Sorry.
Yes, I'm 2. But anyways, I'm gonna use one of yours here, and I'm gonna put it up in 3, 2, 1. This image is from
It's one
Ethan.
of Ethan's. That means only myself and Nathan can vote on it.
Oh, really?
Well, because
Damn.
Ethan can't vote in his own one, can he? I mean, before
I'm watching
Isaac
the chat
scrolled
here.
it, before Isaac scrolled, I saw Baja California. So it's
Norbert of
specific.
1984.
Nope.
That's a very old image.
I wanted the year for this.
I'm stuck now then.
And the right answers come in. Katrina, 1975.
Really? Oh, wow.
Blimey.
That
Wow.
was oof. Oof.
How did they know that?
Some people know their old storms more than their current storms.
Why won't Tropical Cyclone 100 join our team? They've been watching us for 11 years, at least.
Very grateful for their continued support, even if they're helping us lose and guess the storm every time.
Oh, they were looking at it last week. Okay, so it's not so impressive.
I think it's impressive that they were spending their spare time
Well, yes.
researching 1970s Pacific hurricanes.
It's what most of us do when we've got spare time. Right?
Alrighty, next.
No, I researched tornado seasons.
Ah, fair enough.
Ethan, no, I'm not even gonna post that. You're going down to strat territory right there.
Ethan, what have you done?
Don't even do. No, I'm not even.
Does he send you a picture of a random tropical depression from the 60s?
No, even worse. He sent me a low resolution photo of a surface map.
Oh.
Okay,
Ethan.
but that other visible one people should be able to get though.
All right, next storm coming up. Another one from Kin. And 3, 2,
That can't be good.
1.
All right.
Southern Hemisphere.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's name every single major cyclone in the South Pacific and then find out it's in the Indian Ocean 5 minutes later.
Erica of 2003.
No, already we got Katarina up for.
Oh, for goodness
Already?
sake. Why?
Why
Why did they do that?
Why Katarina already?
The Force 13 account says, "Go on, we want a challenge post Ethan's horrible submission."
Outrageous.
What? Why is the Force 13 account playing for the viewers?
I don't. Well, they shouldn't be. Is this
no.
cyclone known for anything?
I don't really think so. I don't think so.
Well, that's just great.
Is this Benny 2003?
Yeah, this storm is an out to sea storm. I'll give you that.
Cyclone Icola of 2015.
If it's out to sea, I'm going to assume it's not the South Pacific.
Out to sea storm, category 4 peak.
I will be.
Is this Cyclone Kalunde 2003?
Nope. Good one, no, but not it.
Will be.
Yeah, so this is a difficult one.
Cyclone Giovanna of 2012.
No.
Cyclone Dina 2002?
Nope. I narrowed down the years a little bit more. From 1990 to 2010.
Oh.
Cyclone Guillaume 2002 as well?
Incorrect.
This is an area that I've not researched well.
Was it Karina?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a good reason why me and Ken kind of teamed up for storms in this basin.
Cyclone Ando 2001.
No. The viewers are also still guessing.
No.
haven't
Was
seen
it
the
Dora
correct
the
answer.
Explorer of 2006-7?
Oh.
No.
Okay.
What? If I can't guess the right storm, I'm going to name some funny possibilities.
This is Cyclone Connie, 1999, I think.
Nope.
2000? Connie? Perhaps.
Cyclone Honda Civic of 2007.
Is this Hada 2000?
Nope. I'm even stumbled that none of the viewers have even said the correct year the storm happened in.
Really?
What?
Yeah. They haven't even said the correct year.
What about Camber?
Nope.
So many strange names, none of them right.
I narrow it down even further, 1990 to 2000.
Great.
Oh, so
really
it's the
great.
90s.
When they had really silly names that no one will remember.
Is this Cyclone Daniela, 1997?
Nope.
96.
Incorrect.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I'm just a passenger here.
Maybe that one. Cyclone Flossie, 1996.
Nope. This did happen. If it wasn't obvious, this just happened in the Southwest Indian Ocean.
Yeah, that was.
I think we assumed it was there because of the fact it was out to sea in the southern hemisphere.
Cyclone Albertine.
Nope. Should have probably saved this one for last because it's really stumping everybody.
Cyclone Marlene, perhaps?
Nope.
Back here.
No idea.
Jordan?
No.
No idea what that name was.
Man, Ken picked a good storm. I'll give him that.
Cyclone Graham.
Nope.
Frederick of Rena?
Whoever runs the Force 13 account got it right. It's Melanie Bellamy in 1986. Yeah.
Well, that's going to
Well,
the
that's
team
obviously
because
one
they've
for the
done it
team,
from the Force. I don't know who's done that. 14 to 20, because Force 13 is not going to play for the viewers. Thank you very much.
And you know what? I might as well give in to this because if I don't, Ethan's gonna have a bad night.
Oh no!
So this is one of Ethan's storms here. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh. Oh right. Is it Rita?
That is Japan and Korea.
What year?
1972.
Nathan.
Wow.
Because Ethan's so predictable.
You had to say that it would have ruined my night. You had to include that, Isaac. You had.
Yeah.
But Nathan investigated all the Ritas last year, didn't he? In his quest for the strangest, the most intense, and most unique storms.
To an extent.
You went through half of them, at least.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
Rita reached Category 2 status on, what, 7 occasions?
Is that this one?
The one we're looking at, yeah.
Well, I can understand why if it's got that many eyeballs at that latitude.
Yep.
Okay, next storm coming up here. This one, if you know your basin, this one could be very, very easy. Coming in 3, 2, 1.
Ooh. Interesting.
Oh, another southern hemisphere storm. I've got an idea, alright, but I can't remember the name, and I don't know if it's right in the first place.
Well, the viewers are guessing at free will at the moment, so it's a matter of time till we're going to lose.
Windows XP got it correct. It's Habana 2021.
Ah.
No.
Yes.
I didn't think it had an eye that small. I forgot what the first peak looked like. I can only remember the larger ones.
Alright. Let's go. And remember, for those of you guys who are wanting to send me stuff, my tag is invalid nickname at 4887.
If anyone wants to join the team, then please let me know. And then we
Yeah.
can put you on Guess the Storm.
Here's a another one from me, coming in 3, 2, 1.
What the hell is that?
Whoa.
I know, right?
Sunrise.
Not the proudest
Is this
image that
Lewis
I've had.
1995?
Nope.
Did you send this one to me last night?
Yeah, but you
Then-
didn't show it.
Then I can't guess it, but I've forgotten what it is anyway.
Yeah. Like, I could text you really quick.
Well, I guess.
It's that.
Oh, it's that.
Yeah. But you didn't show it, so I could put it
Feels
on.
like something in the Pacific to me. But I'm thinking it's more likely to be a hurricane than a typhoon.
Well, I've got a good clue for this one.
Go on.
I'm all ears, Nathan.
It's too early for it, but I've got a good clue.
Has
Yeah,
Ethan
but it's
disappeared?
that. I don't know where Ethan's gone. Ethan,
Yeah.
you're not
Ethan is
guessing.
in deep contemplative thought.
Samuel,
Is it
any
just all on
guesses?
me?
No. I can't think of anything.
I'll give it another minute and then I'll throw out my clue.
Was
I'll
it
give
Dora
us-
the Explorer from 2011?
I'll give out a small one. This one did not peak as a category 5.
I'm assuming category 4 from the presentation.
And then you got Nathan's hint coming up here in a few seconds.
Okay then. I missed the peak of this storm due to vacations.
Pseudolore 2015.
No.
Ah. That's the most publicised one.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason the conspiracy exists.
DJ got it
whenever
correct.
they-
It's Noru 2017.
I just said that!
You both said it at the same time again.
Nope, the viewer got that one.
All right.
I'm so frustrated over that
1522.
one.
That's sad.
Poor Ethan.
Yeah.
All right.
I got the right ocean.
Again, invalid nickname 75 at hashtag 4887 if you want to send me an image. Next one coming up here, and go ahead.
I've got an image I want to share, if you don't mind.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, did you post it to me?
I'll actually screen share this one because it is a GIF file that I have got.
Oh, go ahead.
We'll do our
is,
best.
Is this what Ethan was quiet about? He decided he couldn't guess it, so he went to find something to do next.
Hold on a minute, I'm just
We're waiting.
hiding some things.
Oh,
He's
hiding.
editing it so that the name doesn't show up and land isn't visible.
No, there's... Right, it's on my screen.
You'll probably blur it out as well.
Let's go to history.
What on earth is this? Okay.
Anyone can guess this, because I have not shared this with anyone.
So,
Is that Niran?
Can we guess now?
It is Niran.
Oh.
Ethan, that's
Ethan.
too recent.
Wow.
Well,
I didn't think that would be...
got people
there's a
thinking.
lot
Kobe
of,
said Kimmy. That was going to be my first guess, but I didn't think so.
I was thinking it was going to be like Trevor or something.
But Kay got that, I think, quite clearly. So that's that.
I was going to say Kimmy, but I realised Kimmy was slightly farther south and closer to land, so I went for the
Yes.
other one that was there.
And I was going to say something like Tatiana next.
That was a bit further east again.
Here's an image coming from Ram Turtle. Gonna post it here in 3,
Another
2,
Ryan.
1.
There's 4 Ryans involved in tonight's stream.
Oh gosh.
I know, right?
What?
I'm going to
Wow.
assume that's Atlantic based off of the presentation.
Can either confirm or deny at this point.
Wonderful.
That's amazing.
Gaston 2016.
What?
Gaston 2016?
Incorrect, but a very good one.
Helene 2006.
Nope.
Gordon 2006.
Nope. This storm did formerly peak as a Category 4.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh. Ophelia 2011.
Nope.
Julia 2010.
Oh, actually, sorry. One of our viewers got it about a minute ago. It's Lucas Marbell. It's Giselle 2014.
3 names? What?
No.
No, that was the viewer name.
Lucas Marvel guessed it.
Yeah, it's Giselle 2014.
Oh, it's a Pacific system.
Yes, we were so far away, Kay.
I meant to say good in terms of presentation, not location.
We're halfway through the onslaught. It's Team 16, viewers 23.
I've got another gift one if you guys would want it.
Uh-oh.
So we've
another
only
one of
actually
Ethan's
lost 1
gifts.
point so far tonight.
This one is a little bit harder though.
Let's see what Ethan has.
We started tonight 5 behind.
We started 6 behind. It was 17-11.
No, it was 16-11.
Oh.
Right then, what is this? Oh, joy. And it's all pixely.
Well...
but I'm going to guess, was it, what was the name? Kate in 2013?
No, this is I noticed for a fact Himawari imagery, so this is going to be from 2015 to present.
God, look at all the guesses. All saying Saroja.
Haven't seen the correct answer yet. I will need the year with this one, by the way.
Was it that storm that looked really beautiful as a Category 3 just to the west of Australia earlier this year? I forgot the name of it. Darn it.
Marion?
Yeah.
It is Marion. It is.
Oh, well done, Isaac.
Woo! I was like,
a team effort.
Sounds outrageous.
I was putting the gears together.
I actually thought that one was going to take a little bit more.
Yeah, I was putting the gears kit together, and I was like, wait, where did I see this before?
A couple of people in chat got it just after us.
Yeah, very close.
I thought that well, what was that one? I thought this would have confused a lot more people with Marcus.
We should keep doing Ethan's recent gifts because they're giving us points.
yes. Please continue, Ethan.
You want a free one? Okay, hold on. I got a free one.
A free one? Oh no, don't do that. The viewers will get it before us because one of them will have a super fast internet connection.
And me and Kay I'll guess whatever general area, and then Kay will guess the storm.
Hold on, I'm getting it. I have to go over to my old computer and grab it here.
Do we have enough time for Ethan to change computers?
I'm sending it over to my alternate account and then copy pasting the link and then posting it. So that's actually what I'm doing.
Very sophisticated.
Let me change the windows here so that way it only screen shares this. That way. Hold on 1 minute. That way I can actually get it on there.
Does Isaac have one in the meantime?
I do. If it takes that long.
Let's do that next then. Let's go.
I've got it.
Okay. So next one coming up for me in 3, 2, 1. What the heck is that?
Dear. Now. Irma?
No.
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 Okay.
Just all of a sudden, Irma.
Those are the Caribbean islands, aren't they?
No, they're
Land
not.
2017?
No.
I think it might be the Philippines. I'm not sure. I don't think so, actually.
I'm just going to say that it's not the Atlantic.
Is this Mangkut 2018?
Nope, but a decent guess.
Oh, yes, those are the islands north of Luzon.
So this is the Western Pacific storm.
Moranti?
Nope.
Dujian 2015?
Nope.
Chan Hom?
Nepal Attack 2016.
Nope.
Champion of the same year?
I will say some of the viewers are getting quite close.
Oh, don't say that.
Again.
Is Nabia 2005? 5 by chance?
Very, very, very good one, but it's not.
UEFA
Usagi?
2011.
What did you say, K?
Usagi 2013.
No. And again, I need a year for this too.
Fong Fong 2014.
Yeah, I'm not gonna respond if you say like Lakima and don't have a year.
Vong Fong 2014.
Lekima 2019.
No.
Not Lakima.
Namadol 2011.
No. I will say the viewers have said the correct storm name, but not mentioned the correct year.
Tramby
Oh, gosh.
2018.
Nope.
Was it a Category 5 at peak intensity?
It peaked as a high-end Category 4.
Ah.
Oh.
Ah.
I know, right? Threading the needle.
Oh, what's that one I said earlier? Fanphone 2014.
Nope. Another decent one.
Okay.
Tembin 20... Was it 12?
And again, the viewers have got the correct storm name, but not the correct year.
What? Stop doing that, guys.
So, I don't know if I want to scroll through the comments and just go off of the random names and pick a year.
I don't have enough knowledge to do that. It probably put me in the wrong direction.
Typhoon Champy 2015.
Nope. I've seen a lot of Trami, and it's not Trami.
None of them shout
No,
out
that was
at
Harvard
me.
Northeast.
Typhoon Goni 2015.
Lucas got it correct. It's Typhoon Croso 2007.
Oh dear.
Ah.
I would never have got that.
Yeah, I saw two viewers that got the correct name, but not the correct year.
What were they guessing?
They guessed Croso 2013 and not 2007.
Right, I'm gonna turn on my screen here.
Alright.
Over to Ethan.
Right, are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Never.
Nice background, by the way.
Thank you. I'm trying to get it. It's not wanting to cooperate with me. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh!
Oh.
Hurricane Linda? 2021?
Yes, it is Linda.
Yes.
God.
Yes. Yes!
Hai Shen Dorian?
No one got it.
Dorian?
No,
Not
where are the
Dorian.
islands, guys? You're better than that.
Someone said Dorian.
Well.
How can you confuse us with Dorian?
Dorian. For a split second, I did think it was Dorian, but I saw I continued watching the loop, and I was like, yeah, that's not Dorian. That has to be something else. And I picked Linda.
Okay, Team 18.
How about we stop Ethan posting gifts from the last year?
He was 24.
I have one last gift, but it's Ida, and everyone would get it because it's at landfall.
Well,
so
they will now.
Everyone would get it.
Oh yes, they will even more now you've told them what it is.
Everyone would get it.
I'm gonna go against the grain here, and get a storm that you guys are probably gonna hate me for putting on here, but I'm gonna do it anyway just to spice things up a little bit.
Colin.
So that's gonna be up in 3, 2, 1. This is from Ram Turtle, by the way.
Colin. No.
Oh, for goodness sake!
What?
That's not me. It's Ram Turtle who sent that.
Bad Ram
Strike.
Turtle.
Oh, they blurred out the name. Oh dear.
Alan 1980.
Nope.
Probably earlier than that.
And they specifically said, Lucas Marble, get this.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
So they're calling out Lucas Marble if you're still in the chat to get
The
this
gauntlet
storm.
has been thrown down.
Well, everyone's saying a bunch of things.
Not Beulah, is it?
Nope.
I don't know my eras of
Audrey
imagery type.
This is 1950.
You've seen a lot of Anitas, and it's not Anita.
Oh. Anita was farther north at this point.
Well, there's our first Harvey. That's not Harvey. Nope.
Gladys.
Oh.
1955. Gladys 55? I don't think it's that one.
I don't know. Everything that anyone would Someone's
Yeah,
already
blame
said
Ram
it.
Turtle.
Was Audrey said?
Yes.
No idea, but it's not it.
Esther, 1957.
Nope.
Was it Alice 1?
No.
Huh. Um.
And this storm did peak as a major hurricane, a Category 3.
Oh, goodness.
Hmm.
Brett, 99?
Way earlier than that.
Well, you never know. Someone could have made a historical-looking
There's
thing.
Carla, 1961.
Mm-mm. And if it isn't obvious, this isn't the Gulf of Mexico. If nobody saw that.
Really?
Is
Yeah.
this
So some
Hilda,
people
Let's not get everyone on the same
1964?
page.
I will say already, a viewer got the storm name correct, but not the year.
Hilda,
Loads have been
64.
said.
Nope.
Inez, 1966.
Nope. Again, Category 3 peak.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Confidential at this time.
Oh, come on.
Celia of 70?
No, everybody, that's been said a lot.
Oh.
Good
Ella
one,
of
no.
70.
What did you say, Kay?
Ella of 70.
Yep, you got it correct. It's Hurricane Ella, 1970.
How did Kay know that?
I know my Atlantic storms, Nathan.
A
I spent
viewer,
2 years researching them for hypothetical
a
reasons.
viewer a few minutes before that put Ella, but they put the incorrect year. They said 1958.
Yes, I saw that.
Oh.
All right, let's pick another one here.
We have 19 minutes and the gap is 5, which is how we started tonight.
This one is
We managed to keep up, which isn't that bad.
But
This
thanks
one
to
has-
Ethan, you would have been level if not for Ethan.
Yep. This one has been sent in from one of our team members, Ike.
Ah.
And 3,
Oh, it's going to be a
2,
Philippines one.
1.
He might surprise you.
Take note of that island.
19.
No. Take note of that island, though. It's not what you
is
think it
that?
is.
It's not Puerto Rico.
I don't know what it is. What island looks like that?
The storm was from 2010 to 2021 time frame.
I don't
It
know what
wasn't
island
obvious.
looks like. That's quite large.
This storm was another notable storm for its respective basin. Made a historic landfall.
What could that be?
Haiyan, 2013.
No.
Is that
No.
Gatti?
Yes, it's correct. It's Gatti in its
yes,
formative
it's the
stages.
Kotra Island.
I went looking on Real Earth to find the island, and it's Socotra off the coast of Somalia.
And I'm gonna go to one of mine here. Let's see if I can find it again. Alright. So, you're probably gonna hate me for this one, but here goes mine.
Oh dear.
In 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
what?
No.
What? You're gonna hate me for this one.
Nora, 2021.
No.
Isaac, why did you put effort into editing a storm that looks this bad?
Wait, hold up. I'm gonna post a better image in about 2 minutes from now, if none of you guys don't get it.
Oh, don't tell me this is a development stage of a powerful storm.
I can neither confirm or deny, but I'll post a way better image in 2 minutes.
Colin.
No.
Matthew, 2016.
This storm did peak as a tropical storm.
Oh.
Not any higher.
Oh gosh.
Erica, 2015.
Nope.
Isaac,
I'm not gonna give
2018.
No, I wouldn't.
Merbok 2017.
I'm like, hey Ken, I'm not gonna give any better hints because that second image I'll send you should be a massive giveaway.
Imelda 2019.
No.
A
Gonna put the
tropical
new
storm.
Murbach 2017, that's what Ken said.
New image coming in about a minute, so give you a better look.
I might just wait for that.
Huh.
Just curious to see if anybody will get it before then, though, for anybody who really studied this basin.
This basin.
Yeah.
I can't even tell which hemisphere it's in.
That's why I'm going to post a second image here in about 30 seconds.
I mean, I'm assuming northern hemisphere, but it could be a funky southern hemisphere system.
Possible.
No idea.
New image coming now.
What? Where the...
Patricia?
No.
It's a tropical storm. Where
No.
That,
The
that's
borders are a
Egypt.
big hint.
Ethan.
That's East Pack.
Agatha.
Yes, this is an Eastern Pacific storm. And incorrect.
Barbara. No, not Barbara.
That's the border between Mexico and Guatemala right there. Guatemala.
Olaf.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Nope.
It's a tropical storm at peak.
Meadow XD got it correct. It's Tropical Storm Vincenti 2018.
Oh gosh.
Oh dear.
Check the one
Wait,
that I
so you
sent
posted
This
a
one's
zoomed
gonna
in
be
version
easy.
and then posted the zoomed out version?
Yeah, the zoomed out one made it a lot better, I think. Yeah, Fury, I know. I already know what this one is, but I don't know because I think people might get this one automatically. But the heck with it.
It's
put
a
it up
funny storm.
there. Yeah, I'll put it up there. Okay, Alfira's storm image coming in 3.
Hold on, Nathan. What is
2.
that on your webcam? Is that a balloon?
Yeah.
He still has his balloons from the birthday day.
Why not?
Don't judge the file name.
Yeah.
I
Alright,
like
here's
balloons.
Alfira's storm.
Oh,
Oh my god.
No, I'm not guessing that.
no.
I'm not guessing that. I'm not guessing that. I'm not guessing that. I'm sorry. No.
Okay. I just
I'm
put
not
F.
guessing that.
Lucas already got it correct. It's Hurricane Rena 2011.
Is it?
Yes.
I
Is that going in the bloopers?
Guess it. No, I'm not guessing
Ethan.
it. I'm not guessing that. No.
So the viewers
Ethan
lost
gets ejected
that
for
one.
deliberately
He
losing as a
left.
point.
Yep.
He left. And he's back.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry, but can you
I
like?
ejected you for betraying the team.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
Things hotting
you-
up.
I can't believe it that you are not part of the
Right, that's
Rena
fine.
is better than Rita gang. Because Rena is better than Rita.
Hmm.
One of them's an anime girl that is really cute and sings, and the other one's a stupid hurricane.
New image coming in
And
3,
Ethan has now left us.
2,
Yep.
1.
Forever.
Right.
I can't believe he's that upset about
Oh.
a single storm.
Hmm.
This should be an easy one too.
An easy one, you say?
Oh, I know for a fact it's an easy one because you guys have said this storm name multiple times throughout this session.
Larry.
Patricia!
No.
Sam.
Nope.
Isabel.
Nope.
Aishen 2020.
It's not Isabel. Nope. Again, an easy one. Category 4 peak. You guys have said this storm name multiple times throughout this session. I just know that the viewers have gotten it already.
Ida 2021.
Nope.
Teddy.
I don't think this is right, but I'm going to say it just so I don't know if I'm fool.
Andrew 1 got it correct. It's Hurricane Bill 2009.
Oh.
Nathan, you
that
could have
once at
gotten
the
that.
start.
Come on.
What do you mean I could have gotten that?
Bill was the first one you ever tracked.
Doesn't mean I know what it looks like.
Speed
Yeah,
down.
it does.
If you just track it on the NHC website, you never see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Right. Next one coming up here in 3, 2, 1. What the heck is this?
Ooh. Impressive.
Pretty looking storm.
Walaka 2018.
Nope.
Bam.
Oh.
What did you say? What did you say,
Sam
Ken?
2021.
Bam.
No, it's
That is
not.
anime.
Ken, you should. If anybody, you should be the most qualified person to get this storm.
Great.
Well, now we know which basin it's in.
Yeah.
Tony! Surrogate!
Hi,
Chantu 2021.
Nope.
Huh?
If it wasn't obvious, this peaked as a Category 5.
Wait, what
Wow.
storm was it? Did I get it?
Jebby 2018.
Typhoon
U2
Nuri.
2018.
Nobody said the correct storm.
Typhoon Vong Fong.
Nope.
Typhoon Nuri.
Ruby.
It's not Main Cut. Everybody keeps saying Main Cut. It's not Main
Rick
Cut.
2009.
Nope.
Oh.
Typhoon
Linden-
Ruby. I forgot what the name was.
Linda 97.
Nope. Again, a Western Pacific storm picked as a Category 5.
Typhoon Ivan.
Nope.
U2.
Nope.
Typhoon Joan. Typhoon
Agapet
Keith.
2014.
Nope.
What?
You guys are all getting awfully close, though. But another year as well.
Samba 2012.
Nope.
Typhoon Zeb. Typhoon Angela.
Nope.
Typhoon Babs.
Nobody's even said the correct storm name in the chat either. Nope.
Damn
Typhoon
right.
Nanmadol 2011.
No.
Typhoon
right,
Saomai.
No.
Jabber of
Typhoon-
2016.
Nope.
Muifa
That-
2011.
No.
Oh my goodness,
Knock-
is this
Knock
Menki of
10.
2010?
Oh,
No. No. It would be funny if it
Damn
was,
right.
Neo
Damn
Guri.
right.
Pong Sona.
Damn right. Damn right 2000.
Wasn't a Cat 5, Nathan.
Was it
Nope.
not? Oh yeah, it was 4.
No.
Yeah.
Melor
Timer
2009.
2016.
Mm-mm.
Lupit 2003.
Good one, Nathan, but that's not it. Jangle 2008. What type of name is that?
What?
Somebody put Jangle 2008.
Jangle.
What?
Genevieve.
No.
Say Pat 2007.
No. It's not as recent as you think it is. I'll say that.
Is this Cimarron 2006?
Nope. Again,
Jello
nobody's
2012.
nobody's even said the correct storm name on the chat either that I've seen.
Oh.
Chaba
So-
2004.
No. So it's even stumping the viewers. Mashed
Sandra
Potatoes
season.
2000 got it correct. That's Typhoon Fane Gen 2002.
Oh dear.
As soon as you say it's stumping the viewers, they get it.
I wasn't
Get
far
it.
with Pong Sona.
Yep, my luck. Good one.
Team 19 viewers 28 and it's all falling apart.
I have another good one here. Well, not really a good one. I think it's a really easy one, actually. I don't know why I say a good one. So here's your freebie for anybody who gets this fast enough. In 3, 2, 1.
What on earth
Yes,
is that?
Queen.
Bananga 2018.
Nope. I'm not going to
Is
give
it
any
yes?
hints because y'all have said this storm so many times already. Go ahead.
Don't know.
Yasa.
Well, I won't answer it because I just said it.
Yeah,
to
I sent it
me
to you, Ken, as well, so Ken can answer.
Well.
Havana.
Nope. All I'll say right now is just
Faraji.
Category 4 pick. Nope.
Winston.
Faraji.
Sebiel.
Nope. This is a recent storm from 2000 to 2015, I'll say.
Okay.
Alright.
Relatively recent, I'm sorry.
Cyclone Colin.
Nope.
Oh.
I wasn't aware there was a Cat 4 Colin.
Yeah, I think.
Don't
Is it
mind the
west of the
resolution.
international dateline?
What?
Is it west of the international dateline?
Can either confirm or deny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this really hard for y'all because you guys should know this one off the top of your head.
But we don't.
I've shown this to you so many times.
Um.
I'm gonna make it really difficult.
Is that Ian again?
No. Decent one in terms of structure though, but not the correct storm.
What decade was
You've
this?
said it so many times.
Yeah, you guys have made this guess so many times. What decade is it? I said it was from 2000 to 2015.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is Cyclone Hondo.
Nope.
Cyclone Ivan.
Nope.
Dora?
What year?
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
2002.
What year though?
What year? Say the year.
20
Hurry.
2010,
No.
2009.
2006, 2007.
No.
Ethan got it correct. It's Cyclone Dora 2007.
Hooray! I worked
guess
out
we
the
really
one Southern
need to
Hemisphere
go-
storm.
I
we
got
kept
you
missing.
out. I got you, Kay. Don't worry.
And we did
Man,
get it in
call this
time.
Cyclone.
Just
Man,
in the nick of time.
I'd just
Whoa.
like to say, call this Dora the Explorer because my goodness, we had to explore to find the name of this one.
Hey. Hey.
I do
I've
not
got one
regret
for
that
Isaac.
one bit.
I can hear your balloons slapping the microphone, Nathan.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's just having a bit of fun.
Wow.
This one has a great file name.
Okay, viewers, what do you think? Should I go for another easy storm or should I go for K storm that's just posted to me? What do y'all think? Random. Okay, I'm gonna just go to random.
The viewers, they say easy. Some say
Easy?
hard. Easy, so we can get on with it.
Okay, I'll say I'll go easy then.
Get on
Wait,
with
fine.
it.
I mean, I
All right.
personally think mine is very easy.
Okay.
Point out,
and
there are 5 minutes left.
3, 2, 1. Ken can't guess this one either.
Oh dear.
An easy one. Whoever gets it first.
Oh.
Oh.
Whoever gets it easy.
Mancut 2018.
Nope. Whoever gets it first. Come on.
At
Sani.
2015.
K got it. Yeah, K Nathan got it correct.
I saw that and immediately went
Nice.
at Sani. I just waited for it to show up on the stream.
That's what?
We got it. We
Sonic
got it.
2015.
We've got 4 minutes. Let's go. 7 points.
Okay, next one from Ram Turtle in 3, 2, 1.
It's another East Pacific
Max
Met.
2017.
Nope.
Arlene 2021.
Nope.
Or
Carlos
2020.
2015.
Ooh, no. Very,
Did you just
very
say
good.
Arlene of 2021?
I'm trying to remember the A-named storm from 2020.
Amelie? Amy? Amy,
Emily.
something to do with Amy.
Carlotta of 2012.
Nope. One of y'all has already said the correct name, but not the correct year.
Oh dear.
And in this call, by the way.
Oh.
And we barely
Ethan.
started.
Carlos
What did you say,
2003.
Ethan?
Max.
What did you say, Ken?
Carlos 2003.
Ken is correct. It's Hurricane Carlos 2003.
Nice.
Yay!
Right,
Yeah,
3
Nathan said
minutes.
Carlos.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Team
go to K's
22,
image.
Juice 28.
Oh, here
K's
we
image
go.
in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, Kay.
Oh dear.
Oh my. Oh, I
Thank
didn't
you
know
for the
this
name.
one.
Patricia 2015.
Manuel
No.
2013.
Yes, it is, Kin.
Who?
Yes.
Manuel.
Manuel 2013,
Oh,
one of
man.
the
Yeah, I could see Manuel.
hurricanes.
Yeah,
I
goodness.
think it was a tie there, so point each.
Yes, someone immediately got it in the chat. Well done.
What storm is that again?
Manuel 2013.
Wow.
Mm.
Here's
That's
another
a
one.
tie.
Another one from Ike. Here you go.
Oh dear.
Oh my, that is a small eye in a very chunky storm.
I'll go ahead
And the
and
burst most eyes.
I'll go ahead and say ready. This is a Pacific storm. Just getting out of the way already. Pacific
oh God,
storm.
look at all the guesses.
Category 4 peak.
4. Hmm.
Some random 2018 storm. Oh my God.
Mm.
This was in the Eastern Pacific, Category 4 peak.
Oh God.
What?
Douglas?
Eastern Pacific, Category 4 peak. Incorrect.
God damn it.
2010 to 2020.
Oh gee.
Rapid fire hints.
Estelle 2012.
Nope.
Adrian 2011.
Nope. 2010
Amanda
to
2014.
Nope. 2010 to 2017.
Amelia 2012.
Nope.
When was
Manuel
Estelle then?
XD got it correct. It's Seymour 2016.
Oh dear.
For some reason, I decided 2016 was the year to start thinking about, but I hadn't gotten to the point of naming any
Wait, it was
storms.
2016?
Yep, Seymour 2016.
And
And here's
that.
another one. Oh, go ahead.
Go on then. One more. Last
Oh,
one
there's
now.
one more. And one more really quick. Another one from Ike. Oh. This is an easy one.
Is this Nieto 2021?
Oh.
Nope. Category 4 peak. I mean, not category 4. Category 3 peak, I'm sorry. No, category 3 peak.
Bobby.
Nope. 2015 to 2020. 2015 to 2020, category 3 peak.
Epsilon.
Correct.
Is
You
it?
got it correct. Yes, Epsilon 2020. Nathan got
Hey.
Woo!
Good
High five
guess.
for Nathan.
I know. Well, there we go. Team 24, viewers 30, which means that tonight the team have lost by 1. Ooh.
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 So 2 losses in a row there. The first night was 11 for the team, 16 for the viewers, which means tonight the team got 13 and the viewers got 14. Wow.
Oh.
Fair.
Much better than
Fair
yesterday.
game.
Certainly is. Right, so nothing's premiering tonight then, is it? Nothing's happening now.
ATCF, I will note, on Nieto has gone with 145 miles per hour again.
Ooh.
And a pressure of 936 millibars.
Mm.
So pressure up it slightly, which is interesting.
Yeah, there's nothing premiering.
Went up
Yep.
7 millibars.
So tomorrow, Friday, you'll want to be here because we've got the emergency management exercise number 2 for the week. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Interesting.
That starts at 10 p.m. UTC, so same time as we started tonight. Then at 11, the Force 13 Awards ceremony.
No.
Yes. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and then
hopefully I'll be around then.
at 11:30, hopefully we'll have a Super Cyclone Challenge game. We're waiting for Xavier to play, so maybe he'll be on tomorrow. Then we've got...
Yeah,
Mhm.
maybe we'll actually get Team Hypo. Ooh.
I
Maybe.
don't think Xavier will be on tomorrow.
Then we've got Team Interviews Part 4. Then we've got the Hypothetical Hurricane Season Contest winner, which I told you earlier is the Phone Expert. Then more monthly summaries, and then at 1 a.m. UTC, 2017 Atlantic Hurricane Season animation is published, premiering. So we'll leave you with that when that happens. Then on Saturday, it's Force 13's Force for Good, which you don't want to miss. We'll be doing, I don't know when we're starting or ending yet, but hours and hours of content. I think we did 9 hours last year. We raised $2,346 for international relief teams. Hopefully we'll beat that this year as we do more fun things, and we hope you can help out as well. This year we're raising funds for direct relief for the Haiti earthquake aftermath that occurred back in August. And during that, we'll have all kinds of things. We're expecting to have Holos Unleashed. We've got a few Force 13 related cahoots. We'll have more Guess the Storm for charity. We'll have Super Cyclone Challenge all in. We'll have some more team interviews. We'll have everything. Anything and everything. And our team will be playing various games too. They're figuring out the details. And then on Sunday, loads of fun there as well. More interesting things. Super Cyclone Challenge all in with the team. Fury of the Storm. And the 2021 Music Mega Mix gets released at 1 a.m. UTC, getting into Monday morning, December 6th. So a lot of things coming up. We're pretty much halfway through Force 13 week. And that's it for tonight from our team and I. Any parting comments from our team?
Great game, everybody.
Do what?
Bye.
Great game, everybody.
Oh, great game. Yes. Yes, indeed. The viewers won.
Don't forget to like, because we're 1 like off 69.
Sure. Okay, sure.
There we go, okay.
Expect
Ethan,
something...
did you really not liked until now?
No, I don't normally like videos, to be honest. I don't really normally like videos, to be honest.
Oh dear, I
hates
said
all
right
the
now.
videos.
Suddenly we've gotten 5 and skipped way past the number.
Never mind.
In regards to gaming channel stuff, Sonic streams will begin next week. Otherwise, You could save 15% or more on car insurance by switching over to Geico.
Oh,
And remember, kids, to always wear your seatbelt.
put a sock in it.
Oh, it's starting again. No, don't do that.
Are you saying that people shouldn't be wearing their seatbelts, Ethan?
No.
Good night.
You had to think about that, Ethan.
What a night, man.